Welcome to the GRG podcast. Welcome to the GRG podcast. Welcome to the GRG podcast.
GRG Podcast, where you get all the latest gaming news, hot topics, and more. With guest Triple Cup Chuck, Live Wires Gaming, 108 Dragons TV, Bloody Knuckles, Operations Op 100, live, and your host K Mega 405. The GRG Podcast
starts right now.
What's going on? What has happened? The GRG podcast is live and full effect. And we up in here, man. We are definitely up here. My damn puppy is the size of a full-fledged dog. I'm just looking at his big ass right now. And he farts like a grown-ass man. His ass is going to get sent off. Better not fart like that again. I'm going to tell you right here, like, man, if you get a bull massive, understand, They're gonna fart like a big grown ass man. And I'm gonna tell you, this dog is really big, and it's already at 4.5 months. And in about another 2 months, I'm gonna have his ass start working and pay rent, pay house mortgage. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? We are doing it live, man. The GRG podcast is in full effect. I told you, we're not wasting no time. We're doing it. We got a time limit. We know that the gamers got the game. We appreciate the people that's come in. I don't expect to be a lot of people come in. If you do, I definitely appreciate it. But what we're going to do, we're going to get through it. We're going to talk about it. And then we're going to get the hell out of here. We're going to get to the gaming because, man, it is Gears weekend, man. It's Gears season right now. And it's also NBA 2K20 if anybody else cares. But let's get straight to it, man. Let's go straight to the bums, man. Go straight to the Rookie of the Year, Operation Op. What's going on, man?
Yo, man, I'm just chilling back here, just enjoying Gears 5 so far, man. That's all I've been doing, bro.
Nice. No doubt. We're going to 100. What's going on with you, bum?
In here with my dope beverage, White Claw, spiking, what is this? Sparkling water. I didn't know you can spike water. This shit got 5% alcohol. Side. I don't know why it's selling out everywhere.
They made it just for you.
Hey.
Woo.
We up in here, man. We ain't gonna have no super long show because I gotta get back to Gears. I had to go to work this morning. I couldn't do the all nighter like I wanted to. I was kind of angry. I had to take a PM, a Tylenol PM, just to go to sleep. But I would have went up and almost woke up late.
No doubt. Hey, my boy Other Ziggy said I'm playing Gears 5 right now in this show in 30 minutes, bruh. This is gonna be the fastest GRG ever. It ain't gonna be 30 minutes though. But we gonna be fast. We ain't gonna hit no 2 hours. We gonna go an hour. We gonna go an hour 30. Hell, we might hit 45. We hit a brick wall and be like, we out. Thank you. Good night. Peace. But regardless, we are gonna get this show out of here. But we definitely gotta talk about Gears. But before we do that, we're gonna go to the other bum, 108 Dragons TV. What's up with you, bruh?
Yo, it's a great week for gaming, man. It's a great week. I'm telling you, with the special editions, betas from Breaking Point, 2K, in another few days we're gonna be playing Borderlands, and man, I don't know. We're gonna have to be working triple overtime to get this bread up. But I know I've been selling my soul to goddamn Gears God. Woo.
No doubt about it. I mean, I totally feel you because I got some other things that I need to address, and I have to get. It's not even a question now. I have to get the Gears console. I have to get the custom console. I have to get it. It's not even an option now. I'm over here. I had to do the budget. I was like, you know what? And so I you know what I'm saying, because the old lady be like, hey, don't we got bills to pay? And I'm gonna be like, baby, I got you. I got the house. I got everything.
You paying it late.
No. We ain't paying it late. We paying it. Actually, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna pay it early. That's what I'm gonna do. So next week, when I get that check, I'm gonna be like, look, I got it. I'm just gonna drop all the bills. I'm gonna just take care of it.
You know what else drops next week, right? You know what else drops next week, right?
I know, Borderlands.
No.
What's that?
That Call of Duty beta.
Oh no, on the Xbox?
No, on PlayStation first.
I thought it was already on. Oh, that was just the alpha. That was the alpha. Okay, yeah.
It's a great month of gaming.
Yeah, no.
And we got Zelda dropping too next week.
What's going on?
Remember the remaster we watched?
Yeah.
At E3?
Yeah. Now, what's going on with you, Game Over HD? What's happening with you? I appreciate you calling me the legendary Mega. I definitely appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? The L always means legendary. So we're going to see if you're going to go ahead and put another paragraph in the comment section. We definitely appreciate that you pay attention to the show. And again, we'll be doing those actual factuals like we always do. So definitely appreciate you coming on in here, man. Hopefully, you know what? I hurt the feelings of my boy Chris Hart. You know what? He was new to the he came to the GRG podcast. You know what I'm saying? He's diehard PlayStation dude. We accept everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a right to say, give their opinions as long as it's not crazy or attacking people or anything like that, because you will get the ejecto seat cuz if you are stupid. But other than that, you can say whatever you want to if it pertains to gaming. If you want to say Gears or Xbox sucks, that's fine. You will get the full blunt of the people that's in the chat. I got nothing to do with that. But if you attacking people or going crazy or going left, you know what I'm saying, getting personal, then you have to move around. That's not something that we do here. You know what I'm saying? We want to keep it gaming. Have fun about it. Talk a little trash, of course, but never to the point to where it's ignorant to where we seem like we care about chaos more than we do about just talking about gaming. That's what it's all about. So we do appreciate you being here, Game Over HD, and we definitely know that you are a PlayStation guy, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if PC and Nintendo people want to come over here, represent their brand, do so. We definitely appreciate it. We want you because we all participate, every last one of us on here, except for, I guess, 100. 100, bless his heart.
Crumb side is the dumb side. You want some smoke?
100 is he's too green, man. He's too green.
Go to intermediate when 100 go live. If you want that smoke, he'll give it to you. He got nothing but time for you, baby.
But everybody else loves that, man. What's going on with you, Supersonic? Hey, we are definitely waiting for Chuck. We wait for Livewire. They're a little late, or maybe they caught up in the gears. I don't know. We'll find out. But other than that, let's get into it. Talk about it. Break it down. First off, man, let's do what we always do, man. What's my boy saying? He says, bro, I'm not coming here for that. And he said, fuck that. He says, shit. I'm here for the. He said, I'm here for the fuck shit. I love gaming. So when you bash my platform of choice, I'll come for you, bruh. All right, cool. You know what? I don't think I've ever really blasted PlayStation. I don't know. People in the chat, please let me know. If K-Mega has blasted the PlayStation, now have I blasted certain situations about the PlayStation? Absolutely. But have I blasted the PlayStation as a PlayStation owner myself? Please let me know in the comment section. I definitely need to know this because I look at myself as being well-rounded. Yes, I prefer the Xbox, but I am a guy that has been a diehard PlayStation fan, like crazy. Like how you see the fringe that's out there that comes after you and talks about everything pro PlayStation other than everything else. I used to be that guy. I used to be that. So that's why I know how the PlayStation guy acts, because I used to be that guy. But then the Xbox showed me the light. It showed me the green. And that means I just seen what there's so much more beyond gaming than anything out there. And as being a gamer from the very beginning, from where there were arcades and there weren't any consoles, yeah, that kind of shows my age. But I was very young. I was the tender age of 3. I was playing my first table arcade. I was playing the Galaga. No, I'm sorry. It was Pac-Man. It wasn't Galaga. It was Pac-Man on the table arcade at the laundromat. I knew then that this was what I wanted to do. This is how I loved gaming, and it was always going to be a part of my life. And listen, I've been a Nintendo fan. I've been a Sega. Look, if anything, if you really want to be realistic about it, I'm a Sega fan more than anything. I love Sega. Sega was everything to me. If Sega right now said, I'm making a new console, it's going to be this. And I'm going to say, look, I'm all about Sega. I love Sega. Sega was life to me. And then the Sega Saturn came, and I'm a kid in a school, and I'm working at a pizza place, and I had to make a decision. I asked my mama, like, look, man, can you give me this console? She's like, fool, you too goddamn old to be worried about a damn a funny box. You know what I'm saying? She used to call them funny boxes. My grandfather used to call them computer little something. I forgot what my grandfather used to call them. I'll think about it here in a little bit. But my mom was like, look, you too old to be worrying about a computer box. So I had to earn my money, and then what happened? It was Sony, and then it was the Sega. It was the very beginning of the PlayStation 1, and then it was the Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn was a hell of a lot more money. And when you're talking about a kid that's working in, going to school and making little side money at a pizza place, at a pizza delivery place, it was no brainer that I had to get the PlayStation 1. And then everything changed. So this is just what it is, man. We are all gamers. I have played pretty much every console that's been out in the United States. I'm sure that there's maybe a couple out there that I haven't, but I would detest that I have. And the fact of it is that I've been gaming on all this, and I love gaming. I never will ever not be I will never be a non-gamer. I will love gaming until the day that I die. And everybody on this panel, I'm pretty sure, are the same damn way. So, am I wrong, guys? Do anybody feel like they might retire from gaming? So, that's the thing, man. You know what I'm saying? But I love Sega. Sega is always going to be deep down in the hardcore number one over everything, even though Sega is a shell of itself. But I loved everything that Sega did back then. Even when they had the Sega Saturn, I mean, going back to the Sega CD, when people were saying, "Hey, man, the Sega CD is in trouble," they ain't resonating with I'm playing the shit out of games out of there, man. Golly, oh man, there's so many games. Anyway, let me get back to it because we're going long as it is.
Your anthology of your gaming life career.
Yeah, I am, because I just want to let people know that has not experienced about the anthology about K Mega, man.
Change this episode of GRG to the K Mega experience.
The K Mega experience, the anthology. Thank you. Go ahead.
I zoned all that out.
I had to let it out. Okay, 16 minutes in. We about to get into it. All right, let's talk about the light shits first. Go straight to it. GameStop, they are in trouble. What's going on with you, Chuck? I don't know. I see your mic is muting, but what's up, bro? I see you in here, man. What's going on?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm sitting there waiting on the link. I'm looking, then I said, man, I'm about to text in the in our chat.
Mm-hmm.
And what's up with the link? And then I looked and I scrolled through. And I overlooked it because I was looking at the one Dunn had some of the people that was doing the musical thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it kind of caught me off guard, but yeah. But man, Game Pass, I'm ready.
Game Pass, I'm ready.
Straight to the point.
I want to tell everybody that's in the chat, so I can't see them right now, but I want to tell everybody Happy Gears Day, Gears of War 5. You know what I'm saying? It's that time of the year where games, you can smell them in the air. It feels good to be a gamer.
That's right. You damn right. And you just missed the K Mega anthology, man. I was just talking about the K Mega experience as my boy Elite just was breaking down, man. Look, I love gaming, man, till the day that I die, man. But Sega is life, man. Sega forever. You big ass dog, you don't stop trying to play with me. I'm over here doing a podcast. Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you right now. Before we get to the topics right here, talk about GameStop, I'm going to Lemon first. But I got a puppy, right? This is a rescue dog. And it's a bull mastiff. And right now, he's only 4.5 years old, right? 4.5, he's not even a year old. He's 4.5 months old. And he's already weighing 58 pounds. 58 pounds.
That sounds like a whole lot of dog food.
This dog, looks like a grown-ass dog right now.
Better claim him on your taxes.
Hey, man, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to claim this ass on my taxes. He's going to go out there and work, bring daddy his money, because goddamn it, this dog is big and he eats a lot. You know what I'm saying? Big old baby. Anyway, 108 Dragons, man. Let's talk about this, man. GameStop, they just released out some information. You did drop a video talking about it. And if you want to, why don't you go ahead and let everybody know what your video was about, and let's talk about this GameStop situation.
All right, for those who don't know, I got a lot of people in GameStop that's higher ups. They had a conference call the other night. I received a call September 4th, maybe like 5 in the morning, leaving a message. Yo, we closing up half our GameStops. We are downsizing. People gonna lose their jobs. They're reforming GameStop. He told me about lounges they're trying to do, all kind of stuff. Right now, for the last 3 years, I've been talking to my boy. He's one of the big wigs. And I've been telling him GameStop's practices are terrible. They're terrible for the consumer. They're terrible for the parent. They're terrible business-wise. They trying to buy geek. They have no direction. Whoever's running the company, I ain't gonna lie, they should be fired. They took the company in a big direction. It started off with GameStop buying every small franchise, Game Crazy, Blockbuster Games. They bought all of it. That wasn't GameStop. That was Software Etc. who bought EB Games, which created GameStop.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where that came from. They couldn't get into the European market and buy that big chain over there. I can't think of the name right now. And EB Games still exists in Canada. What they did was they monopolized the market in the United States. But what's bad was, which I thought was bad practice, there was there was EB Games and Software Etc. across the street from one another. Some places there was 3. In my mall, we had 3 GameStops once they merged. So I'm saying, how could that be financially good? First of all, you're separating the community in terms of what store they're going to go to. One is eliminating the other, or vice versa. The bad practices with trading in your game for $20 after 2 days, and they selling it back to you for $54, making damn near $30-something a game. Which when they sell a new game, they only make about $3-4. Just the bad practices. So I made the video to explain to people that this might be the beginning and the end. They're going to be downsized dramatically. They're talking about by January 2020. And that's what's bugged out. The information just dropped. It's a few months away. You know what I'm saying? And it's a company that you really don't want to see go away, because I don't know about you guys, but my experience with Best Buy and any other chain, Walmart, Target, when they do their pre-orders, they don't never get the proper stuff. They're not a gaming company. You know what I'm saying? You want a dedicated, solid gaming store. And being that the GameStop went out there, bought all these smaller franchises and turned them into GameStops, and they're rounded with games, we kind of need GameStop. Even though digital sales is on an all-time high, you still need that place to go get your games hands on. Everybody's not digital. So to see GameStop fold like this, and I swear I predicted this 3 years ago, fold and downsize, and people are losing their jobs now. So now it becomes a different factor. It just really it bothered me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like GameStop practices, but it is what it is. And now we actually seeing the company taking a serious hit financially, and now they're downsizing. Should be done by the 4th quarter of the fiscal year.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, man, we have some celebrities here tonight. Always Rain G4. Like, man, man, he's current G4 now, man. Hey, man, you need to go ahead and upgrade that to G5, because, man, G5 is right around the corner, bro. But we got Rain G4. Also, man, we got Grandfather Games up in here, man. Thank you so much, sir, to come up in here. You know what I'm saying? Always got to respect our elders, unless it's Sir X-Man. No, I'm just playing. Sir X-Man is my boy, man. And then look at this. We got Graphic God in here, man, saying what's up, man. Big shout out to the Graphic God. Big shout out to Supersonic. Man, what's going on, guys? Thank you guys so much. And everybody else.
Shout him out.
Yeah,
you see that tank rolling in the E3? That's my boy Graphic God. Hit him up, man.
Yeah, hit up Graphic God, man. Supersonic Station, man.
Animated and all that.
Go hit up their channels. Go support those guys. And big shout out to my boy Philosopher Doom, man. He had to show me that I was behind in my Mortal Kombat. I did beat him. I thought that he gave me that win just on GP. Now I worked for it a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, you know what? You know what I'm saying? This is all it. I got a 3-game rotation, man, until Borderlands come out. But I got a 3-game rotation, and definitely Mortal Kombat 11 is back on the table. So I don't have anything else to prove. You know what I'm saying? I did what I had to do. So Mr. Kima in here, man. You know what I'm saying? My boy Elite, Thomas Franks. Let's go, man. Everybody else that's coming in here and just, you know what I'm saying? Jay Slayer. You know what I'm saying? Christopher Hart. Stink Corpse, man, thank you. Misfit, oh man, look at well, we call him Chaos, but regardless, Abby Power, man, look at all you guys. Thank you so much for being here, man, because I thought we might have like 4 or 5 people tonight, because I know it's loyal Gears season. Oh, but anyway, let's go to my boy Operations Op, man. What do you think about this whole situation? What Lemon has just introduced to us about GameStop, man. Do you think this is the beginning of the end?
I mean, well, it's been the beginning of the end. It's just been like a slow burn at this point. Like, I expected downsizing at this point if they're like losing that much for profit and revenue over the past couple of years. So like, this is really the next step going forward for them to try to stabilize. So it is sad, but like, kind of saw it coming. It is what it is. It might get worse from here. Hopefully, it'll get better from here on out. But like, time will tell with this.
That's it.
Pretty much. That's all I can say.
Oh shit!
He don't give a damn.
Hey, my boy said he all about. He ready to get back on that gear. So I got you. All right. Triple Cup Chuck, man. What do you think about this whole GameStop situation, bro?
All right, check this out. This is my scenario with GameStop. Like, I'm 100% behind Lemon. With the whole thing about with GameStop, it's just like one of those places where you like to, see if you're gonna miss when it's gone. The 12 o'clock releases when you go get your stuff. Just the nostalgia that GameStop is gonna have on us in the future. That's more the concern of what I'm worried about with GameStop. But for GameStop for themselves, if they was smart, it's so simple. GameStop primarily sells hardware. The only place that they need to be focusing on is gaming and hardware stuff. And you can have your t-shirts and stuff like that. But what I mean by hardware, it don't have to just stick to gaming, but they need to stick to like hardware, like as in they could sell speakers. They could do like what Radio Shack was doing, and saying that way they could like make their brand more open and bigger to like for different people to come into and purchase other different things. So if you might need computer parts, you better go to GameStop and get it. If you need something for a stereo, you can go to GameStop and get it. They just need to change the name or do something like that because they're gonna have to revamp and remake it, or it's gonna be the next blockbuster. I mean, like how I was saying that he's been seen in the fall, and Dragon just gave a double confirm that it's gonna be gone because if they drop it 50 by 2020, by the mid of 2020 or the end of 2020, that 50 gonna drop another 50%. So GameStop is gonna keep downsizing unless they figure out a way to generate more revenue. And the only way I can see is their strong point is hardware, like getting games, selling used games, doing stuff that pawn shops doing. They need to find a different way because like it was an old saying they say about a giraffe. They said a giraffe used to have a short neck, but the leaves that it used to eat was on the top of the tree. So for it to survive, it had to adapt, and that's why it have a long neck because it had to adapt to survive. So if GameStop would like to survive, the best option is for them to do is focus on hardware all over the board, not just games. Even though games is still gonna be the primary thing, as in when we go to GameStop, the releases and stuff like that. Because the last release I went to be honest with you, was when I purchased my Nintendo Mini. That was the last one I had went to because a lot of the other stuff, everything I was getting like with games wise, it was basically downloads. I'll download everything. And the only time I go to GameStop was when I got my Nintendo Mini, when I got my Xbox Fat, when I got my Xbox S, when I got my Xbox X, and my Battlefield Xbox, which I don't have all of them no more because I'm one person. I keep two consoles and then I'll get one of my cousins sell one. I gave one to my mom, stuff like that. But GameStop primarily, I keep trying to pronounce that word correctly. I need to go sip me some lemon juice or some shit. But yeah, that's why I really feel that GameStop need to do. If they don't, then they hit.
Let me add to that, Chuck. First of all, you hit a bright point. Let me tell y'all something. If you trade in the game for $20, let's say 3 days after release, and GameStop on a brand new game makes $65. If you go and see a used game that somebody else traded in that forgot 20, and GameStop sells it for $15 more, don't you think that would be a profit? That's still more than they make on selling brand new games. That is their biggest downfall, is the used department, because they use profits overshadow everything in the company. But instead of trying to hit a grand slam, they're not trying to make it on first base. They automatically charging you $54.11, Reebok Classic status. That's crazy. That's where it started. Now, one thing I didn't really get into, they're turning certain GameStops that's profitable into game lounges. We talking about full TV setups, full tournaments, full play, full VIP elite status where you show your card, you go in there, you group up. That all sounds good. But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be bad. People don't do that no more. We don't have couch homeboy time no more or homegirl time. We don't do that. Everybody got Live, they got PSN, they got Steam, Everybody's in their own living room, scratching their behinds, playing games, eating popcorn, and having fun. So I don't even think that's going to work. But if they would have just hit the used market with $35 on a used game and give every single game $20, they would have benefited. Instead of trying to rip people off for every single dollar. GameStop did a new ultimate rewards member program to match Best Buy. Best Buy, you spent I think it was $30 for 2 years. You got every brand new game for $47. So GameStop matched. Soon as Best Buy dropped it, GameStop said, "Oh, we're dropping ours too, and you can't save your $5 coupons." Whoever's running GameStop, they just don't know what they're doing. They don't. And a gaming lounge is not gonna save your ass.
I mean, I think they know
Facts.
what they doing, Dragon. You know what I think it is? They don't respect us enough to say, oh, they real gamers. They know what they spending their money on. They like, oh, they just gamers. They gonna buy any game. They gonna come to the lounge. You know, they'll come here. They wouldn't even take a bath. They don't even take a bath and shave and brush their teeth or wash their hands that they use the bathroom. That's
And look at this. I bet, on my channel, I do a lot of midnight launches. I'm out there with the public. Last night, I didn't put this video up. Stay tuned for that. But I did 2K launch in my neighborhood. I live in a rough neighborhood in Brooklyn. 700 people. 700 people. But guess what? When I see Gears, even though it's selling, everybody's buying digital. When I see Call of Duty, which used to be the biggest midnight launch, that and Halo was the two biggest midnight launches I've ever done. You don't see those people no more. Everybody buying digital. The only game in my neighborhood I see, like I said, when I put that footage up, y'all gonna be like, God damn, that's a lot of people. I don't care if you blood, crip, gangster, weirdo. They don't even care. Everybody on 2K night is peaceful.
This man said weirdo.
Yo, it doesn't even matter. I'm telling you, I live in a rough neighborhood, my dude, and all the projects come together on Pickens Avenue in Brownsville, Brooklyn. And dudes don't fight on 2K night. All beef is dead on 2K night. It was 700 people out there. Crazy. But that's the nostalgia stuff that people enjoy. You know what dudes were talking? Taking gamer tags, popping trash with each other. Oh, yeah? What platform you play on? This is what's going to be crazy. That's why next generation, when we all going to be, everything going to be cross-play. It's going to be excellent. But that's what gaming is about. The nostalgia, the getting together, the grouping up, the competition. Dudes was out there acting crazy, but in a sane way. That's what GameStop is missing as a company, bringing gaming back to the community. They only looking at money, and that's why they losing.
So how you think they could bring gaming back to the community? Because I mean, to be honest with you,
it might be too late. I don't see it.
It's dead.
If they drop the used market, the motto I said, every game you trade in $20, you buy a used game for $30. They're making $15 plus tax on every game. That's more than they make on brand new games. That would help. Because their biggest money share in the company is all used products. All used. They only make $3 a system when they sell a brand new system, but on a used system, they make $100. So why don't you cut into your profits for longevity? Use common sense. Instead of trying to snatch 10 people for $100, you could snatch 2,000 people to make $50. You're still making more money.
Yeah, but see, Lemon already tried this already. See, that's why I don't believe it's gonna work. See, in Mall of America, GameStop is different. They got it. They got a third of it just games, and a lot of it is merchandise.
Yeah, ThinkGeek. They bought ThinkGeek.
Yeah, that's
good for me.
Yeah,
but I mean, not everybody.
See, that's different. And see, think about it. I see it in the comments. They blaming Game Pass for they fall.
Wow, that's crazy.
For they fail. But you know what? You got to think about it. The digital market.
Oh my
I don't go to the mall. You know what my mall is? Amazon.
Facts.
I get my shit here the next day because I got Amazon Prime.
And let me say this for the record, people, for whoever said Game Pass, it didn't start with Game Pass. It started with PC. They should sell PC games in every GameStop. Walk into a GameStop now. You got one or two, maybe three games in GameStop. Steam killed the PC market for games being sold in GameStop. That did not start with Game Pass. That started with Steam. Because remember, Steam is only digital. That's where it's at. 99% of PC gamers go to Steam. And now Epic Store is on some cutting the market, right?
Epic
Now
Store in the Pirate Bay.
And for those who don't know, Uplay Ubisoft just started a Uplay VIP membership, 100+ games for $14.95 a month. That's on PC now. For those people who didn't know that, your boy always bringing that fire.
Hey, but that access too.
No. But I'm talking about another major company has took the plateau of Epic Store, but they selling their own stuff.
But thing people don't know, GameStop sells digital codes too when you go there. I told dude I'm all digital. I just went there. We was out in the street. I think I was at Costco, and like you say, they had too many GameStops because I had 3 GameStops with 5 minutes away.
They never downsized from day one.
Yeah. So,
but you know what? That digital code is really not a digital code. That digital code is really just cash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get the game you need.
You can take that same code and buy something else.
Yeah. So,
Go ahead, 100. Yeah, finish. Yeah, go ahead. Break down what you're gonna say.
Yeah, he said that you could buy digital. I said I'd rather give my money to Microsoft than give it to y'all crooks. And then they some of them they policy. I understand. I walk in there with my cousin and my son, and I got a full-fledged beer. I gotta be over there at 18. And they ain't gonna tell me you shouldn't buy a shark card. You let your son play that game. You know that game got violence, sex, and drugs. Yes.
They have to say that. They have to say that, K-Mega. I mean, 100. They have to. That's policy now.
I heard that. But you didn't ask me that when I bought what was that? The Wii U, and I bought my son with the joystick and all that, and I bought Mario Kart and all that. Can I see your ID? I said I'm making a debit card purchase. What you need to see my ID for?
Yeah, they business practices are terrible. They're terrible.
I said, you know what? I'll go walk right down this mall and go give my money to the Best Buy in. And then that was my end. I said, Best Buy ain't gonna have to. Best Buy, I'm debiting it for one. I'm not using no credit. I said, I don't carry no wallet on me. I carry my debit card. I should be wanted by the laws.
Yeah, but hey, no, to be the one at GameStop when you walk in and you try to go buy one in particular thing, you go there to get that, they try to sell you a whole bunch.
Yeah, they got add-on selling. That's another thing they do.
Yeah, that you.
Or you want to buy this on PlayStation?
It's only that you're reading off a piece of paper. Do you want to upgrade to the power? You want to?
Yep.
Not just be looking at them like, okay, go ahead. Put a tape on and just hit play so we can so I can pay you my money so I can get out.
They're gonna do the same thing with the lounges because that's a like I'm an Elite Pro member right now, and they're adding another fee to that to be part of that lounge area. I'm not buying that. My lounge area in my crib is a better situation. If I want that, I invite the homies over, which nobody does. But if I want to have a great game night, I invite my people over. But that's what they're doing, man. It's just sad.
Alcohol. You better get into the grown-up.
maybe sell some of that herbage. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying. I mean
they're in trouble. They're in trouble. But they
sit on the couch, bring a chick. No, saying go make her.
My premise with the video that I made wasn't really to bash GameStop. It was to really talk about what they was doing. But they did this to themselves. They have no competition in the market. They shot themselves in the foot. Nobody's bigger than GameStop. No matter if Walmart do gaming, they're dabbling. Walmart sells everything. Best Buy's an electronics store that dabbles in gaming. They're not gaming companies. They have the market cornered, and they still losing because they did it to themselves. Yeah, that was the premise of the video. That was the premise.
They need to stop. Like, see how Best Buy, they need to take their same mentality and reverse it. Like as in
Best Buy backed off. They couldn't even compete with GameStop. They lost the battle, so they backed off. But still, GameStop's losing with themselves. They're fighting themselves.
But Best Buy falling too. Some of the Best Buys is going away too. They ain't making no money.
But not just for gaming though. They're a bigger entity than gaming.
But think about it. They feeling the hurt of Amazon. That's the beast.
Oh yeah, Amazon's king.
That's the beast.
Yeah, Amazon and eBay. Yeah.
Yeah. See, you don't have to.
Amazon's king. Yeah.
You can sit there and order that Ultimate Edition, get everything with that Ultimate Edition on Amazon, and you ain't got to put zero money down. You can go pre-order right now, and it will be on. And then that day that it come out, they take it out your account, and it'll be at your door the next right there.
This is what's funny. I walked into Best Buy to buy a Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray. They didn't even have it in stock. So I don't even know if like Best Buy read my mind, but I mean Amazon, they emailed me and said, "Oh, you've been a Prime member since I think it was 2004." They was like, any 4K movies you need, we got you. And then they had a list, and I said, "Look at the movie I'm looking for right here." It was Brightburn, and I bought it from Amazon and waited 2 days. But it just, Amazon is king, man. I'm telling you, they're king.
You can go get groceries, get everything. I don't
Yeah.
go nowhere.
Yeah,
Well-
Amazon a $billion company and don't pay nothing in taxes.
Right. Well, this is the thing right here overall. I mean, my boy Xbox 448, man, he will tell you that he used to work for GameStop, and he would tell you that they would, and he's not the only one that told me that. There was other people that I used to go, because I used to be an avid GameStop goer, hardcore. Like, I mean, that before I even thought about even considering buying any digital properties, I would go to GameStop because I wanted that physical game. And I would talk to people, and then there were people that would be like, look, man, they were Xbox gamers, and they were like, I hate this because they forced me to want to try to sell to you a PlayStation 4 game first because they had to say the lingo. And they was like, well, would you want to go ahead and trade your Xbox or whatever? I'm like, well, you know better than that. He's like, man, I got to say it. And to me, it was one of those things like, why would you look? Because as a company, you would want to, you would be benefit by using every aspect of each company's power. But instead, what GameStop did, they played checkers instead of playing chess, and they got caught. Whatever happened at the beginning of this generation, now it's come back to fruition, and it's now caught up, and now they're in trouble because they thought that they could trust Sony and what they were going to do, and now Sony even turned their backs on them because they see that digital sales is the future. There is nothing that's going to change that. It's just like what Lemon said, just like what everybody else has been saying. 100 said, people. I mean, there are still gamers out there. I know Supersonic Station, he's an avid person that's like getting physical. I know Noof Nukem, he's all about getting physical. There's other gamers out there that are talking about getting physical. But for the most part, from where everybody was being praised about what Xbox was trying to do in 2013, and I understand that they had a little angle to it that wasn't up to par to what their vision was in the beginning of the generation. But they still got what they wanted because everybody is buying most gamers are buying digital. That's the thing. That's what is the sad outcome. And instead of them preparing for both expectations, they just sat and thought that because Sony was the overall console leader, that everybody was going to follow what Sony was doing. And then slowly but surely, Sony was over here doing the same thing that what everybody else in gaming is doing with PC and what Xbox is doing. And then, lo and behold, Sony just turned it back and was like, well, you know what? Those digital sales, we're recouping a lot more money than what you're doing over there on your end. Sorry. And then they left GameStop in the dust. So now they thought that they can maybe work with Xbox or whatever. Xbox is like, nah, fuck you. You get the middle finger. You ridiculed us. You were one of the part of the reasons why we had such a horrible generation, because so many people were advocating for the PlayStation 4 than what they were for the Xbox One. And for however any gamer out there would want to look at that, that's fine. But I listen to the people that like XBot and others, because it's not just XBot, it's others that's worked at GameStop that's told me the same thing. Look, you want to have PlayStation do better than Xbox because PlayStation is going to hold dear what GameStop wants overall. And so then now look, PlayStation is kind of screwed them over too, and now they're caught into a bad situation. And you know what? Look, do I feel sorry for them? Hell no, I don't feel sorry for them at all because it's business. They made a lot of money on scamming people. They scammed the shit out of me. I remember one time I gave up like 8 games to get Twisted Metal and Gran Turismo Apex. I think was it Apex or was it some spec? It wasn't an actual.
It was Prologue.
Prologue. That's what it was. Thank you.
Only a PlayStation fan could say that.
Right.
I know that.
Thank you. It was Gran Turismo Prologue and Twisted Metal. That's the only 2 games that I got, and I gave up 8 games that I had for my Xbox for those 2 because I've been a huge GT fan and I love what you call it. So I think overall it's one of those things where gamers have gotten smarter. They understand. Look, I can wait for a sale to come for a game that I want later on, and maybe I don't want to pull the trigger on $50, but when it gets to 40, I'm all about it. And then when I go to GameStop and that same game is there in a physical form, it's still $55. Look, I'm going to the digital side. So GameStop killed themselves in retrospect. I don't know. You guys disagree with what I'm saying?
No, you're 100% correct, K-Mega.
Yeah.
But you know what makes me mad about GameSpot going on? This is another thing. Next time me and my boys have a game night, I'm going to film it. We do it like every other Saturday. When you see them dudes, they're all GameStop employees. They're all young people. Most of them are young people, under 25 years old with these jobs. And they're in college. They supporting their little game habits. So when these people get fired and laid off, let's say, come on, it's a lot of youth losing a job.
Right.
They're going to be right back in their parents' pockets asking for Game Pass and PSN now because they can't pay for their game.
Right.
That's the worst part about it.
And that's the thing about it too, is that when you look at it, because I'm an avid NPR listener. I'm in my work truck and I'm listening to NPR more than I'm listening to anything else. And automation is the future. I mean, there are candidates. There's like one candidate, but overall, there are people that they're scientists. There's people that's looking at the economy. They're looking at everything, looking at towards the future, and people that do jobs like what me and Lemon do, what people that's in mortar stores and everything like that. Those jobs are about to be eradicated pretty soon unless they have some skill in computering. Lemon has skills in computering. I have skills in computering. But 98% of the people that I work with, they don't have no goddamn skills and no computering. They just know what they do because they've been doing it for however long, and they're praying that before this new era comes where automation completely takes over, that they don't have to try to grab a kiosk and try to operate something. I can do it. I ain't got no problem with it because it's like playing Forza or Need for Speed or Gran Turismo or Project Cars. I'm cool with it. I'll drive a goddamn mixer. I ain't got no problem with it and dump that shit. Get the fuck out and give me my money. I can sit at home and make my money. But for other people out there that's been in manufacturing all of their lives and things like that, look, all you got to do is go to a McDonald's right now. McDonald's is really slick with it. Everybody is over here talking about, the kids, they don't get the proper amount of money for it, per hour because they give $6, $7, $8, $9 an hour, and people want $15 working at McDonald's and things like that because it's considered as a low paying in job that's like a startup job. Look at all those kiosks that's in there now. Look at all those things where you can just swipe your credit card and then you have all these Latino people in here working because every McDonald's that I see now is Latinos working in it.
What about DoorDash? What about DoorDash and Uber Eats?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got people that are not so-called look American, even though that these people, Latino or whatever, they are Americans. They're working, they're doing their thing, they're paying their taxes. I'm not doing that, but I'm saying in a sense, when you look at it, I used to see high school kids working at McDonald's. I don't see none but Latinos working at McDonald's, any McDonald's that I go to now, because they're getting ready to weed them out. They're getting ready to go full automation. At Walmart, I got people that I know, homies, that's been working at Walmart for 20, 30 years, and that's like, man, I'm thinking about getting ready to retire because they're getting machines that can clean the floor, and what I need to do is try to learn how to operate this machine because I don't need to mop and shit anymore because they don't want the issue of where they're where if you know what I'm saying, a person gets hurt, you know, or if they slip and fall or anything like that, a machine ain't gonna cry, oh, I'm hurt, I need to get workman's comp. It's already happening. So
right.
Again, this
bottom dollar.
Yeah, it's all about the bottom dollar. These corporations is being slick as hell, and it goes, and GameStop has been ass backwards on working with the process and understanding that they should have already started having digital purchases in their stores for Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo.
No, Steam. From Steam, they should have made the adjustment.
And Steam. That's what I'm saying. Like, they should have already started having those on top of them trying to sell accessories on top of that. They fucked up. It's not, they went so greedy and went so hard because they was making so much money off of the foolishness of me and so many other of you gamers out there, where we would trade like 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games for 1 or 2, and thought we had a bargain.
Put in $20.
Last night at the midnight launch, this young boy, 16 years old, he comes in and says, "Yo, I'm back with my mom's. Y'all said I couldn't trade no games and I was too young, so I brought my mother." "Oh, no problem. Pull out your games." He traded in 27 games.
Yeah.
To get 2K20. Yo, he had, even though some of them were sport titles, you know, you get nothing.
Right.
But it came up to $71.
Yeah.
20. Yo, I said, yo, hold up, man.
They winning.
I said, yo, and he said, look what he said. "I got more." I said, dude, that's enough.
No, yeah, thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, it took the Rand Arthurs and so many others out there that taught me how to be educated on. Look, it's not bad to go ahead and get digital games. And then I said this about 3 years ago. And Supersonic Station, he said this. He says, he said, Walmart, one person working checkout, 20 lanes of checkout, yourself lanes. You're right. That's what I'm saying. Yep. Like this is the future. Like, this is the new process, the new energy in real life. And that's why I thought that this topic was so important, because I knew that I was going to get into it. I was going to throw that NPR shit at y'all's ass, because you know what? As gamers, we only just stay into one topic, but in one topic and one faction. But it's way bigger than this. Everybody that's doing something that's in mortar stores, that's in what me and Lemon do, what everything else. If you don't have any skills in computers, you're fucked. You're fucked. And the one thing about it is that you got to pay attention to candidates. You got to pay attention to people. Just look, how am I going to still survive in this new future if it's not going to work? If it's not going to work properly? And I'm not going to go too deep, because again, we ain't going to go too long. But we're already in an hour, and this is great.
It's okay. It's okay. Great content.
It's great content. It's great content. But it's also to be aware is how digital sales. What Microsoft has stressed from the very beginning is like, look, you're going to do this one way or another. You should do it like this. And that's why I get kind of angry at the gaming community, because I could have had 10 of my closest associates. Like, let's just think about this for a second, right? Because their first thought process, right? It's like, you can game share with 10 people. 10 people. That's crazy, right? You would think that they were losing money, right? Because I could socialize with, at that time, I could socialize with Z, I could socialize with Crap, 100, so many Xbot, homeboys, and anybody else, and even a couple of listeners when I first started my channel was like, oh shit, you know what? Hey, you want to game share with us? And then you do that person do that person do that, and then we wouldn't even there wouldn't even be a Game Pass. Think about that. Think about that for a second. If we were all game sharing, because they were going to do 10 people, you could do with family maybe 1 or 2, maybe 4 at the max of family and friends that you could act. I will say 5 people, but then the other 5, you're going to be trusting other people that you listen to or that you socialize with. Think about that for a hot second of how the gaming community would have been. Yeah, now Xbox would have definitely been a different entity than what they are now, but gamers would be benefiting a hell of a lot more because we would all be sharing the same content together. But gamers killed it because they thought that this future that we're already having is not going to happen. And now you hear what my boy 108 dropped. GameStop is Don and Lemon were the first people to address that GameStop was on their way out. 108 Dragons and the Don were the first people that I knew that was talking about that they were on their way out. Think about that for a second. They said that years ago. When I first met Lemon was talking about what he was doing. Don was saying that well on next podcast. And we were like, no, that's crazy. They're making so much money. They're doing this, they're doing that. Look at now. I think that these guys should get a lot of kudos for what they did, what they're saying, because the truth hurts and the truth is the truth.
Right. Say, Kid Maker, can I bring up one little thing about this animation, automation that y'all was bringing up about?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize this. Like with the era that we're going through, like with Trump, and he blaming on the Mexicans taking all the jobs. It's not the Mexicans; it's actually the automation. And for an example, in the next 10 years, if you think that if you're a truck driver, that's the most secure job, in the next 10 years, they're gonna have self-driving trucks that's gonna take the place of any truck drivers. That's gonna kill not just the truck driver jobs. That's gonna kill like the places where you go stopping. Like if you're driving and you got to stop at truck stops to get something to eat. So all the truck drivers that stop and get something to eat, those places gonna be closed. Then you're gonna have on top of that, a couple weeks I had to go pick my mom up and go take her to the to one of her doctor's appointments. We went into the doctor. We didn't go. You know how you go up there and you talk to the nurse or whatever like that, and they ask you for your information and stuff. She went up to the computer and they asked her your name and your stuff like that. So she ain't had to go to the desk and talk to nobody. I'm like, man, look at this. They really is taking out with the automation and stuff like that. It's really gonna be a big thing, and it's not just gonna be like with the GameStop. It's gonna be closed. That's a downfall with this automation, and it's gonna be a lot of jobs and a lot, like you saying, the replacements of workers. They tried that once before with the coal mine workers, and it didn't work. Wasn't successful. No. Like how you're saying, they got a lot of people that can't, like how you can't make and you Lemon, y'all can adjust to this new generation, but they have a lot of people that that's all can't. That's all they know, and that's all they're gonna know. And what you look like a 57-year-old man? You didn't want to go to school when you was 20. Now you trying to go back to school.
I see it. I see it now. Like they're counting down when they can get their retirement. Just some people are just waiting to get to that maximum retirement so they can get the fuck out because they know what's coming. You're right, Chuck.
Can I say something for the record?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's off the subject, man. Your coalition, y'all did a great damn job, phenomenal. Y'all set the benchmarks of first-party development on Microsoft platforms, but y'all goddamn caused a crash on Live. Live is down.
Oh,
Live down.
Bro, they get swarmed like yesterday, today, bro. It's crazy.
All right, so
okay, man, you my blood.
Then crush Live. Then
well, man, look, it's a politic and it's a gaming topic all in one. Like the GameStop thing, like I can't wait for Cyberpunk, but this was way more in depth to me because it touches on all different aspects of not only reality but the simulated world as well, and that to me was where, like, look, I used to be at GameStop like no other. Every midnight launch, all that, but then I found myself like, oh well, you know, this game is going to be coming out here. I'm going to buy it digital. I used to be just like Supersonic Wolf. Like, I don't give a fuck about no digital. I want a physical copy. But this is what somebody dropped this, and I can't remember who the YouTuber was, but they killed me. They killed me with it. They said, listen, once I know that you care about hard copies, but once they killed that server on that game, will your hard copy still matter? No, it will not. So it don't matter if you bought, if you sit there and you would, you know what I'm saying? So who's the smart gamer? The one that bought that game about 3-4 months later down the line on a digital sale for $30 or the
digital
person,
baby,
or the person that went and bought that game $60 or $55 at whatever store, hard copy. And are you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna feel like you was justified because that game server shut down? Because it's just like with what is those games right there? I bought them off of PlayStation just this month. They had a sale on them. God dang, it's the Flying Girls. They fly around and they hit people when they fly. I can't think of the name of the game right now. But they shut the server. They're going to shut the servers down. If not the service is about to be shut down. What about the people that's like, I bought Drive Club when I bought my PlayStation day one. I bought Drive Club day one, because I love driving games. Does that matter?
So you trying to tell me when you went online, you waited in the queue to get online and play the next game? You did that?
Well, yeah, I did, because I like Drive. I didn't think Drive Club was Forza.
No, Drive Club was
Drive Club was not
solid.
Trash. Like,
it wasn't trash.
Xbox fans is out there fucking
dudes got fired. That game was not trash.
No, the game is not trash.
It's an arcade good game.
It is an arcade racer. It's not a simulated racer, but it's a good, solid racer.
Game. Yes, and it looked good.
The AI is way OP, but who cares? It's a good racer. It's one of the best looking racers that you'll ever see this generation. The game is solid. It's a solid game to play if you bought it day one, whatever. I didn't buy it day one, but I did buy it, and I was excited for it because even after I played the demo, and then I played, and I was like, it's on rails.
It was a solid game. It was a
solid racer.
Right. It was a solid racer.
But the one thing that pissed me off was the fact that people were over here like, no, it's trash. It's this. Look, no, it's not on Forza 2. Forza 2 is way better. But this is not.
I don't discredit that game for being a good game for what it is.
Yeah, but it's not the Forza killer, but it's a good franchise that PlayStation should have saved.
They fired those dudes. They fired them.
They let them go. I thought Sony was dumb for letting them go, because you would have had two solid racers. You would have had GT and you would have had Drive Club. And just think about what Drive Club would have looked like now, or if you waited until dropping it as a sequel in when the PlayStation 5 dropped. Day one purchase for me. That may have made me get a PlayStation 5 day one. Because the game is absolutely beautiful.
I only want two things hard copy: my woman and my 4K movies. Everything else is digital.
Yeah,
facts.
But regardless of that, all right, let's move on. But I just wanted to make that point. I just think it's like, look, people wanted to stress about the hard copies. Look, I got you. I understand it. You want to have that sense of property. But if the online service shut that shit down like the ATF, you're still not gonna play like the people that bought it digitally.
But let me explain something about the hard copy in gaming.
You can go trade it, but you're not going to get in, because GameStop is all. GameStop and everybody else is going to know, and you're not going to get nowhere near what the money that you recouped, that you spent for it. That's the problem.
Facts. I want y'all to pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. You know what changed the hard copy in gaming?
What?
Xbox One and PS4. When you took that game and downloaded the whole game into your system, and your disc only represents the key code to activate, which is DRM, to activate that game that you own it no longer mattered. Because once you download a game, the DRM is online instead of on the disc. You don't lose value. You don't lose quality. Everything you download from the disc is the same thing you download from the net. Stop the hard copy, people. Let's not stop the hard people. That's why Gamestop in trouble. But what I'm saying is, once they did that and put 60 gigs on your system, the exact same gigs that's on the disc, it's the same thing. What's the difference from downloading from a server and downloading from a disc? It ain't like 4K Blu-rays where you're reading it from the disc, old school gaming status, getting 100 megabits a second, and streaming at 20 megabits a second a 4K movie. Two different things. Right. Once they did that, that eliminated the hard disk copy. That's what eliminated it.
Okay.
That's why they shut themselves in the
You're right. You're right. All right. And I see Megatron in here. Hey, Megatron, if you want to try to hurry up and pop up in here.
Pop in.
Pop in. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go, hit me up in the private chat so I can go ahead and send you the link.
Pop in, Pop-Tart.
If you want to wait till next week, we can do that. There's no problem because we're about to shut shop down here in the next 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't going to go too long tonight. That's what it is.
We got to pay the bills.
Hey, Mirror XT8. He says, good discussion. GRG is great. You goddamn right we great, man. We talk about gaming, man. We talk about, and you know me, I will go even further. I don't give a damn about going into the politics realm.
Wait, hold on.
I definitely like to do the dev and the gamer shit. I like to get deeper. I like to get into the realistic.
Say K-Mega.
K-Mega did that. That's we playing that game together.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's me live. That's me live in 100. And we were all live was way ahead of us.
That's the Madon game, right?
Yeah, you know what? That Madon game is absolutely awesome. And you know what? And I got to give my boy Porter Rock some props because he dropped some knowledge. He dropped a little bit of knowledge today, other than the PS bullshit. But he did drop some knowledge today. He said that control on the PlayStation 4 did not digital sales did not hit the top 20. But
yeah, I saw that earlier.
But that game, whatever the hell the name of that game is, did. It was number 20. Control did not hit the top 20 in digital sales on PlayStation 4. So the thing that's another discussion. We'll talk about that next week. But
I gotta shout out my man Megatron. He did me a solid this week.
Yeah. Megatron.
And I'm very humbled. My man gifted me this game this week. I don't be begging. My man just took care of me. Got a message.
It's a great
Megatron gifted you a game. I said, my God, nobody gives me anything. Thank you, Megatron. My guy.
Megatron is a great human being,
dude.
Man. You guys need to go out there and support Megatron. Megatron's a fantastic person, man. He's very
dude's real down to earth too as well.
He's very down to earth. He looks like he might want to put some hands on you for a little bit because he got the beard and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll put the 2-3 hit combo on his belly. He'll be out. But that's my boy though. You know what I'm saying? Look, I seen my boy all day throw a little shot at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a big dude, and you know what I'm saying. Listen, let me make this point to you. You know what I'm saying? You can that was funny. I laughed at all day's little thing. I didn't comment on it, but he showed this real fat dude, and he was fighting the skinny dude, and the skinny dude was squaring him up, and the big dude was like, "Oh, hey, you know what? Come on over here, man. Come to me." And the big dude collapsed on his own fat ass weight. Let me make this point to you. I picked up grown men at E3 last year. Picked up grown men and knocked down grown men. Look, my balance is right. I work physical.
Your balance ain't right. I was drinking and you tripped me. That don't count.
Is that what you call that? Is that what you call that, bro?
Yeah, Yo, 100. We had a lot of Duce.
Look, no, hold on. Yeah, the Duce was right, but let me make this point too. I'm a big guy. Yeah, I'm a really big guy, but I'm very top heavy and I'm very skinny in my legs. My legs is ready. I work physical work. I'm in the heat. I'm in all that shit. So if you think that I'm going to collapse off my own ankles, you know what I'm saying? Because that kid has some fat ass ankles. You're out your goddamn mind. You know what? You're going to fuck around and bob, and I'm going to weave, and I'm going to crack you when you're done.
I'm going to tell you right now.
And I'm going to grab. If I get my hands on you, it's all she wrote. I'm going to jackknife your ass.
I'm not fighting Nick. I'm just going to shoot his ass.
Why would you shoot me? Why would you shoot me?
I'm going to shoot you. Go ahead and fight.
Why would you shoot me, man? Man, look, as a man, you're supposed to square up with me one-on-one. Why would you shoot me?
I got a confession.
As a man that want to stay alive? Yeah, fuck that.
Hey, man,
I got to tell 100 on this. Ballistics are the right choice in this scenario.
Man, you know what? Hey, come on. Come on. Hey, you know what? Op and
bro, you too damn big for a fist fight, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro, that's disrespectful. Look, Op and Bloody was talking about they're gonna take my height from me, right? Hey, Chuck, listen to this shit, because you ain't been with us out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and Lemon are the tallest dudes, right, out of the crew.
Right.
And Lemon's taller than me. And so, like, you know what I'm saying? Op and Bloody was like, hey, man, we gonna wear you down and we're gonna take your height. Okay. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Dudes, look at me because I'm fat. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But underneath this ain't all fat, Jack. I live concrete, Jack.
You're ex-football player.
I'm an ex-football player. Bruh, I just been lazy with it. I'm back in the shop lifting. I'm back. I'm going back.
Listen, this is what I'm gonna say for the record.
Yeah.
You know I don't rock with all day. I don't play with homeboy. But if you come to E3 2020, you a fat little guy. I got a full 10 people round at the Aspire drinks on my wallet. If you could do something with K-Maker. And I ain't even talking about fighting. Just get into a sumo shoving match. You're going to have a problem.
Hey, bro, you ain't going to take my height and you ain't going to see me collapse on my own weight.
Oh, no. He's an ex-athlete.
I'm ex-athlete and I work physical work every goddamn day. And I'm not working like 2-3 hours. I'm working 8 to 14, 15 hours a day. Like, bruh, all that.
You know what that's gonna look like? It's gonna be like when Superman was bad in Batman versus Superman in the Justice League. That's how it's gonna look. They all gonna be fighting him, and he gonna be looking at you like, "That's it."
Like, bruh, like I love that when dudes be saying, "Oh man, K-Mega's fat ass." I'm a different type of big dude, bruh. You look, man, I'm walking E3 like skinny dudes, man. I don't got no problems. What are you doing? What are you talking about?
We go out.
Good luck with that.
We go out. I'm walking stairs, bro. This ain't like a fat dude that's over here got gravy coming out of his ankles. What the fuck are you thinking?
You know, like, Biggie Smalls, he ain't walking by talking about,
I'm not talking about, I got women.
I had a young lady came and asked me, who am I? We walk into the Spire. I got these two dudes in the back of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 6 feet tall. So and they looked at me and she's like, "You somebody?" I said, "Yeah." I was like, "You got to be somebody." You know what I'm saying? Somebody. Like,
hey, man, the only time that I'm doing a lot of sitting like this is when I'm sitting doing this podcast or when I'm out here gaming. What's up, Sir X-Man? What's happening with you, bruh? What's going on? And Gideon, I'm sorry. He says digital DL should be cheaper. Pass the savings. You know what? Digital sales on Xbox and PlayStation has absolutely been astounding. PlayStation always have sales. That's what I'm not understanding. Is like, look, I'm looking, and in PC, because I partake in the PC games. So they have fantastic sales. Matter of fact, the gameplay that I'm showing is from a PC game. After 100's gameplay, it's called something Memory, but you know what I'm saying, that game was only like $12. Like, You can't beat that type of shit.
No, Steam got crackhead sales. They don't count.
Well, no.
They got the crackhead sales.
Xbox got some.
No, son. They'll drop Call of Duty like $15. It'll drop the Call of Duty dropped to $30 on PlayStation and Xbox, but on Steam it'd be like $15. Son. I'm telling you.
Yeah, hit that goddamn like button. I need y'all to hit that the invisible like button if it's invisible still. I don't know. But anyway,
no, it's not invisible.
All right, cool. Let's get to the.
You gotta get to Sir X-Men. Sir X-Men. Hello, my friends. Yes, good show. Shout out to the greatest senior citizen on deck, Hearing Aid Sparkling.
That's right. Hey, Misfit. Hey, Chaos, Fat Muscle. You goddamn right. You know what I'm saying? When I went to the doctor and did my last check, it was motherfucking. It was 60% muscle and 40% fat. So I'm a fat dude. I ain't gonna deny that. You can see me and see I'm fat, but it's 60% muscle. So there's some shit going on in here because, like I said, I'm an ex-football player. I've been playing shit. I've just been lazy, and now I'm getting back into the weight room. I'm testing it. I'm like, oh my god, if I can get back to the ideal weight that I want to be, who gonna fuck with me? Do you really want to fuck with me? Come on, man. Come on. And just pass me a girl.
At that point, you might be taking out Master Chief at E3 next year, bro.
Just pass me a girl and we good. Just pass me a girl on GP. I got you. I'll take your girl for collateral for you talking all that shit and we good. You know what I'm saying? For all the people that talk shit to me, pass me a girl. I'll bring her back tomorrow and then we good. That's it. How about that? Supersonic Wolf is clouded. Hey, Brian Baker. Hey man, how dare you gonna talk about the QLED 19? I don't understand that because that's what I got. Talk bad about the QLED 19. It hurt my feeling. And PC fans, this game right here where you see the gameplay, this game is really dope. Go check it out. It was on a sale when I got it. It's really dope. Hold on, let me look at it right now.
It sparked my attention, but I said that's not an Xbox.
Bright Memory. That's the name of the game. Bright Memory. And I just picked up Hatred. And I was a little afraid. I was a little afraid to showing the gameplay because
it's vicious.
Yeah, it's disgusting vicious. You know what I'm saying?
But, don't show that. Don't show that.
I had to get that.
Yeah.
Livewire, you're here. You're late, but you're here.
Yeah, we got to pay the bills again. Sir X-Men once again. K-Mega lifting a box of donuts don't count. Wow.
Bruh, I love my sprinkles and I love my.
He said you are partaking in a trans fat diet. Don't go
man,
out like that, nigga.
I have been. My fat ass got to get it right, man. I got to get it right. I got to eat a salad at least every day. I got to get it right, man. I got to get it right because you guys know what's going on here in February. So I want you guys to come and support Megatron. I want y'all guys to come and support. And you know what I'm saying? And I gotta be right. I gotta be right. And so I've been hitting that iron again, man. I've been hitting that iron. I've been keeping it quiet.
A nice gift. That's what it is.
Okay, cool.
Get one or the other.
But when I see you at E3, I'm gonna bench press you like I did 100.
I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready for you this time. I'm gonna choke you in the neck that don't exist. Shut up.
Oh shit! I might not have a neck by that time, but I will be there anyway.
Hey, let's get 5-minute workout. K-Mega that's on the Xbox. Try that out.
What'd you say?
That 5-minute workout that's on the Xbox.
Man, hey, come on, Chuck. We are drivers. You know the hours that we work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that shit don't work. That shit don't work.
Man, hey, I kid you, K-Mega. I tried that shit 2 times. I tapped both times.
No, I'm not tapping. I'm not tapping this time.
Yeah,
I'm not tapping. Like I said, I've been hitting that iron, man.
You gotta fit into that right.
I've been hitting that iron right, because not on top of that, I've been threatened, and on top of that, just on top of that, I want to make sure that I'm gonna be extra right because of what's gonna happen in February. So I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be definitely right. So anyway, let's get to the last topic. Sorry, I know that I talked about the xCloud, but we gotta get the fuck out of here. I'll make a video about it. I'm going to do a video about it, and hopefully that I can get a couple of guys so we can talk about the xCloud strategy or whatever and just do that. Maybe I could do that with the Don, because Don wanted to do Devin the Gamer. I was just too tired when when he brought it up to me earlier this week. But let's talk about Gears. Everybody's ready for Gears. It's the time. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna start off with you, operations.
Woo!
Listen. There's been some media critics that has jumped on this game, gave it a 60. There was somebody that I seen that gave it a 50. And they gave it some pretty low scores. I want you to break it down from the good and the bad. Explain to me, as you've had the opportunity to play Gears, do you feel that those 60 and 50s are justifiable? And give the gamers a little bit of incentive, not without spoiling something, about what they can expect with the Gears experience.
As far as the reviews, it's kind of hard to tackle because, like, you gotta know like the history of the reviewers and the publications behind them as well. Because, like, I saw did a video earlier, I forgot who it was, but like they really broke down hypocrisy with some of these websites. Because I think the biggest one was US Gamer. Like the one reviewers, like they said with Gears 5, they're saying how there's one criticism they had. They had an issue with it being pretty much like Gears. Like it was pretty much like this, not this, it was like necessarily the same core mechanics from the previous Gears. But previously they reviewed Uncharted and they praised it for being the same for previous Uncharted games as well. And you can see some of the same sentiments with other reviewers as well. So like at this point, like some people maybe doing it for clicks, maybe just generally feel that way. At that point, if you generally do feel that way, at that point I have to wonder, like, it's like Gears not a series for you. It's something you don't care about. They just told you to review because you just had to at that point. Are you like, I mean, like, are you just doing it just for the clout at this point? Like, I don't know, but like some of the reviewers, like, I don't care about none of it for me personally, even the good ones as well. I don't care about none of them. I'm playing for myself. I'm loving it so far. It's great. But like, if you're really giving Gears 5, from what I played for Gears 5, you give it a 6 or a 5 or lower, it is your opinion, but at the same time I have a question at that point. Because like, for me personally, if you like Gears 4, or you understand how people like Gears 4, Gears 4 is literally everything better than that. Like, they took everything with Gears 4 and made it better and improved upon it at that point.
Hold on, operations. I gotta pay the bills because those guys. Let's go to the very. Hey, thank you, Sir X-Man. I hit up Gideon and what he said. Sir X-Man said, "Hello, my friends. Good show." He also said, "K Mega lifting a box of donuts don't count. Fuck you." And he said, "Love you guys. Thank you." While I'm lifting my donuts with sprinkles because I love sprinkled donuts. And then Inferno Lock, he says, confirmed Gears 5 broke Xbox Live because it was $2. I want you to elaborate on that if you could. And then Sir X-Man again, he says a Dreamcast guy gave it a 9 out of 10. I was shocked.
Yeah, Dreamcast guy, I still care less for that dude. I really don't take his opinion with a grain of salt or anything like that. So if he liked it, that's him. But as far as like
he gave it a 9 out of 10. That's pretty strong.
But he is a hater.
But still,
he gave it a no-brainer score. You don't get points for doing something that's a no-brainer. Give something a real score that takes something to think about or actually play through. Ooh, did I say that?
Dang.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm good.
But yeah, it's like it's real weird saying stuff because GameSpot they reviewed Gears 5 lower than Gears Judgment, I believe. I believe they gave a lower score in Gears Judgment. So like, I don't know, maybe it's their person who reviewed it, but like the consistency with these publications is real bizarre at this point. But okay, I guess I can leave that alone. As far as how I feel about the game, but like so far it's dope. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but like after like the beginning cutscenes, Cinemax went on, bro, it hits the fan kind of quickly. Like almost like once you get a certain point, it's like non-stop action at that point. Like it's just ramps, like it's crazier and crazier at that point. But so, bro, like if you're really big into the lore and you really pay attention to whatnot, like there's a lot of fan service for you in the game, especially in the beginning as well. Like that first sequence when they showed it to me, like I found where the first thing of the game, the first setting where we're actually in Gears 5, bro, I lost it at that point. Like, I wasn't expecting to go back to that location. I'm not gonna say where it is, but like there's the first mission in the game, bro. If you pay attention to Gears series, like you're gonna lose it where you're at that point. But yeah, so far I'm in Act 2 right now. I just got to the skiff. That's the snow level in Gears 5. So we're pretty on our way to well, I can't say that's a spoiler as well, but
yeah, don't spoil nothing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's beautiful, man. Like I posted a screenshot earlier on my timeline. It feels like a mountain peak, like a little valley underneath, bro. Like this game is gorgeous, bro. Like it's crazy. Like it's crazy how much better they made it look than Gears 4. And that game still is good to this day as well.
Gears 4 was amazing.
Do you think that game looks better than anything that's been out here lately?
I mean, so far when I play, I think it's the best looking game right now. Which is saying something because, like, Rise for me is still the best looking game this year. I think Gears topped it for me.
Wow. So, Gears outdid Rise.
I think it did.
Gears 4 outdid Rise. I'll get into that when I go last. My bad.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I mean, that's what I think so far. I haven't beat the game yet, but like so far, bro, it's gorgeous, man. Okay. And like the enemy encounters and whatnot, like they even tweak the AI of some of the enemies as well, like the Pouncer. Like, of course, in Gears 4, it was dead. You can't mess with it. But like, 5,
they're beasts now.
Bro, if you're not paying attention, bro, it'll fuck you up like quickly, bro. And like even some of the new enemies they brought in, or to get some revised enemies they brought back, where like,
oh, what the bullshit? You
gotta be careful with these encounters right now because like the AI now, if you pass something, man, they'll get you, bro. And like it's the last point, like as far as like hard difficulty, my issue with most games, like if you put on a hard difficulty, it becomes like impossible. It's pretty much impossible mode at that point. Like as far as the engagement, the enemy AIs, whatnot, like it's almost bullshit at that point because like it's hard. But it's like unrealistically hard at that point. Like it's not fair, it's not a fun challenge. But with Gears 5, they actually nailed it. Like, yes, there are enemies that will kill you in one shot with specific weapons because they shoot for your head. But at the same time, like
yes. Yo, Xbox Live is back. Yeah, boy. Yeah.
You could have muted your mic for that, though.
Yeah, Live. Come on, Live.
That. I gotta tell you the truth, man. Yo, man, I've been trying to get on Gears for the last 3 hours, my nigga.
Okay,
shit.
well then come on, Live, chill. Wait till and then I'll go to you next.
All right, my bad.
Go ahead, operations.
But yeah, my last point. As far as difficulty, it's fair at this point. It's not impossible, but it's challenging at the same time. Like, because if you die at a point, it's your fault at that point. You gotta watch your encounters. You can't just run in guns blazing. You have to plan out how you're gonna attack at this point. So like, first, that's a big win for me because most games they really do mess at that point. Like they make the hard difficulty, you just take more damage at that point, and everything turns to aimbot at that point, and which can be really frustrating. But thankfully, they didn't do it with Gears 5. It's fun. It's still fun. It's still challenging, but it doesn't make you rage quit for the wrong reasons at that point. But that's all I gotta say. I'm loving it.
Okay, cool. All right, Live. Now since you had shit to say, so go ahead.
I ain't even played yet. That's why I'm so happy.
Okay.
I couldn't play it. Literally.
Okay.
So you trying to tell me you 24 hours late? Man, get your ass out of here.
I was on vacation. I wasn't home, so I couldn't play it. There was no xCloud while I was at home. I mean, unless this shit came out when I...
No, xCloud ain't ready yet. But go ahead. So, what did you think about the whole situation with Gears for what you've played? Okay, so and for some of the scores that's been out there. I don't give a fuck about the scores, but I know that there's a lot of people that follow the scores. What do you think about that? And overall, from your experience playing the game, what did you think?
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I knew that it was gonna be hard for them to get a fair shake. I just knew. Because there's a lot of, I've heard from PlayStation dudes for a long time that they're just not a fan of Gears like that. And the unfortunate thing about Gears is it can't not be Gears. There's too heavy of a fan base for them to just be like, you know what, fuck it, we're going to just make Gears like Zelda or some shit. Like, you can't do that. Like, the fan base that you have for Gears would revolt, and then you wouldn't get enough people who would like this new Zelda type Gears to even give a fuck. So that's the issue. You would basically say, "Oh, we're going to turn our backs on our original fans to please a bunch of people who don't really give a shit about Gears anyway, to make it a game that's not even fucking Gears, it's some other shit." So at that point, you might as well not even just make Gears or call it Gears, call it some other shit, you know? I mean, that's one of the biggest issues. I know people were trying to having a hard time understanding what I was saying. I was like, they haven't done enough to take Gears in a direction that's, maybe make Kay a lesbian or some shit. And I think they took it in a way of saying, I'm saying it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just, it seems like Gears is a very macho game, and they want to make it sensitive, right? Like God of War was a very macho game. Not to say he's not macho still, but this dude was out there fucking bitches left and right.
Threesomes, quadruplesums.
No, more than 3
Right,
versions of God of War. Yeah,
it was almost like each God of War had a quota, and then this next one, he just got a kid and a dead wife. And I was just, and I was kind of making a joke saying that he's gay now, but you know, he does kind of look like he's from Atlanta. I'm just saying, like,
stop it. Okay, see, you know what? This is the thing right here, right? Because I made the point because I know that the people went after Live, and look, I've been dealing with Live for a very long time, right? And you know what I'm saying? Live is Live. He's not. You know what I'm saying? He means well, but his
no, he don't. He got
no. Hold on. Okay. Oh no. Hold on. Let me clarify that 108 because he does mean well. Live is what people interpret. You know what I'm saying? See, I've dealt with Live. When I first heard Live when he first came, I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? Is weird. What the fuck is he talking about? This motherfucker's a weirdo. And then I was like, I don't know. And then 100 was like, nah, that's my man. I'm like, you sure that's your man? You want him to come on GRG? This motherfucker's crazy, right?
5 years later, he still feels the same.
You know what I'm saying? 100 could testify to that because I was fighting it. I was like, hey, what the fuck are you talking about?
100 and Livewire is the same person.
Because the first, no, pretty much. Because 100, no, hold on. This is the truth. This is the truth. I love this. This is again K-Mega anthology, right? Because Live, the first time that I ever really interpreted Live was on Next Podcast with XBot. And Live was Live. He was like, oh, fuck shit. Nah. And I'm like, this dude is wild as fuck, right? And then 100 was like, nah, this dude is that. And I'm like, hey, man, this dude sounds crazy as fuck, right? I said, I ain't got no problem with him coming on the show, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know about him being a permanent member, right? And then then Live would just pop in like Bra Man. That's why I was calling him in the beginning as Bra Man, because it was like, hey man, who gave him the goddamn invite? I didn't give him the invite. And then the more that I talked to Live over on the Xbox Live, and we talked and we discussed and we agreed and disagreed and shit like that, I'm like, I get it. I get it. I actually get it. This was the thing, right? Live is one of those people that he doesn't sugarcoat his language, and therefore he sounds overbearing with what he says. And when I made a comment today, because it wasn't really in the defense of Live, but I get sick of people that jump on Live when he says some shit that may be, outlandish to others. When these other people have said just the same outlandish shit to get people upset, right? And so I'm like, you got to understand Live's rhetoric. Not his ego, but his rhetoric. Because when he no, hold on, Live. I'm defending you now, so shut the fuck up and let me talk, right? Okay, so if not, then you go ahead and you get blasted. This is the thing, right? It's just right here. When he made the point about the LGBT community, I got it. I understood it. Now, is that something that K-Mega would say? Absolutely fucking not, because, you know what I'm saying, Flip and other people, they get mad at me because I'm like, I defend people like that. I'm one of those people that's like, look, everybody has a voice. Everybody should have an opportunity to express who they are, how they do it in gaming. That's just how it is. And some people, they don't like that. They don't want to know. They don't care to know. And even some of your favorite YouTubers, they think that is fraudulent, that's wrong, that's whatever, right? But to me, I think that people because as gamers, we don't know who we're playing games with. You could be playing games hardcore with somebody that's a lesbian or that's gay. And that person may not express that, but that person could be the badass gamer that you enjoy playing with. But because you try to have a certain standard, you're like, oh, no, that person's gay, fuck that. Oh, or that person is a lesbian, fuck that. Or that person he's a Democrat, or he's a Republican, fuck that. No, fuck you. I'm a gamer. I'll game with anybody, as long as you don't take that shit out of bounds. And what Live did, he made a point about this, and I agreed with him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, God of War, and look, the heat's gonna come on me for saying this as well, is that, look, because it was more sensitive than and that was one of the things that I was afraid of when I said, look, this might not be my God of War. I love how God of War was. I loved how they did it, but they made it more sensitive. But after I played the game, I enjoyed the game. I thought it was really cool. Actually, I enjoyed the Sun. I enjoyed the Sun more than I enjoyed Kratos. Kratos was pretty boring to me. But but at the sense, Sony didn't agree with it either. But they just gave the green light because they were like, let's go ahead and see how this works. And it was great for them because God of War is that staple, which I always hoped that God of War would have been over fucking Uncharted, Horizon Zero Dawn, and any of that other bullshit that they got. I thought God of War should have always been the #1 platform for the PlayStation, the face of the PlayStation, because God of War is that good. But again, they did make Kratos sensitive. When Loki comes up to him and starts slapping that motherfucker around, I'm like, hey man, this ain't Kratos. Kratos ain't gonna get slapped around. He grabs his dude's hand and he's like, you back and you need to leave. Fuck that pussy shit. I want to see this motherfucker throw hands. And he did, and it looked fantastic. But I understood what Live was saying. Live just is too direct, and a lot of people just doesn't.
It's brutally honest.
It's brutally honest. That's what my mother says. You're right, and it's brutally honest, and people don't take that as fun, especially like people like. And I got a lot of love for PMS Jordan. You know what I'm saying? She's a good person. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever people may think. But I enjoy PMS Jordan. I've always followed her. I thought she was a good person. But the thing of it is that she fell for what other people was throwing at Live because they thought it was, he's going after the LGBT community. Fuck that. No, he wasn't. He was making a point that these reviewers want something dynamic. They want something hardcore. They want something to revolutionize that story. Gears is not going to do that. They are revolutionizing the story, but they're not going as hardcore as what God of War is. And to me, it's for some of these people that gave God of Gears 5 a low score because it wasn't so dynamic. I agree with Live with that. I agree with him.
I just like
that's my thoughts.
My biggest issue is that, you know, it's almost like they want you to change in order to be accepted.
Exactly.
And this is the funny thing. They always come at me with the gay shit. Number one, how many times have I told you my brother's gay, right? And I love him to death, right? But he accepts me for who I am, the brutally honest motherfucker that I am. Right. And I respect him for who he is, right? We don't change for each other. And at the same time, I'm accepted from him. So he don't need me to, you know, hold my tongue or act a certain way. Like, no, Live, when you around, you got to act more feminine. Like, nah, man. And I don't need him to be like super macho. I love sports. That ain't him. You know what I mean? But that's how I feel. They're like, oh, well, it doesn't fit this, you know, delicate criteria of, you know, I need Marcus to be like, JD, like, I need to understand your problem.
You need to go wash some dishes. That's what
right. Exactly. Right. That's the thing. Like, nobody. No, you're right. That's the thing. Like, I agree with you on that.
And you know why? And cats get mad at me about it. And I say, I said Kratos is gay now, and it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I thought he was good as a gay character. He's like a dude from Atlanta. He's a gay father.
Oh, see, now you going left. I can't
hear me
agree
out,
with
hear me
that.
out.
I
Listen,
can't agree with that.
bro.
But go ahead.
He has an armor that looks like a dress, dog. Come on now.
Hey man, look, man. No,
Look,
I
come
got Kratos
look,
in
does
that
he
good
not have
blue
armor
and
that
gold
makeup
armor.
on. And he
Does
got
it not look
makeup
like a
on,
blouse and a dress and a
Stop
skirt?
it.
And
Stop
he
it.
got makeup on.
Stop it.
Hey, where's Lemon at? Lemon. Tell the truth. Tell the
I'm
truth.
not getting involved in your shenanigans. Do not involve me. I'm just listening.
Tell the truth.
Yeah, nope. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't unlock that armor. I don't know. I plead the fifth because what I say might incriminate me.
Nope. I'm gonna put it on Twitter right now.
Oh my God!
Because I was stuck playing God of War because Xbox Live wasn't up. So and I did it on purpose too. So when I jump over to Gears 5, I can see the big difference. All right, so hold up. I'm about to.
We need the live and 100
Hey,
show.
so he's saying on what is it, GOW versus GOW, huh?
Nah, shit. Okay.
Oh my God!
But yeah, man. Nah, I mean, listen, man. A lot of I said what I said. It's true. You notice that everybody who says that I'm stupid, they don't have anything to offer in the opposite of what I said. All they have is like, "Oh, you're stupid. That's crazy." Well, prove me wrong. I say, if I'm stupid and I'm crazy, prove me wrong. Old girl is gay from Uncharted. They let that. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it, but she is. No, she likes dudes. Bruh, I seen lesbians before. That bitch a lesbian. You know what I mean? Like you over there talking. Well, we obviously know old girls are lesbians from
back to the subject.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what was said. I had to use the bathroom. I don't. Go ahead, Live. Let me finish because I don't. Let the Live finish because I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Nothing. It was a drive-by killing. Let's go, man.
Okay. Let me just say this. Now, you know what I'm saying? I caught a lot of heat because I said God of War wasn't my God of War. Like Kratos was a womanizing beater. He was a killer. He was a thug. He was a real one. Like that's what
he was like. Alpha male.
He was an alpha male. There was nothing. Man, you give me Nathan Drake all you want to. You put Kratos in that room, Nathan Drake, and anybody else on the PlayStation side would cower. Like, look, I don't want none of those Chaos Blades. I don't want this motherfucking real dude to come up at me and act a fool, right? That's why I loved God of War. Like, God of War was all about that. Like, that's what I loved, right? And when they changed it up, I was like, hey, you know what? I get it because Ascension didn't do well and they needed to make it. And then, of course, you know, when I heard that they were going to go with the Egyptian shit, but killed that. Assassin's Creed killed that. Like, I get that. So they went with the Norse. And it worked. It was fantastic. Like the World Serpent was the coolest character in God of War. Like you could put the World Serpent in any Xbox game and I'm buying it day one, full price. If you told me it was $175 and it's got the World Serpent, I'm on it. Because the World Serpent was the dopest character that whole year. I loved Red Dead Redemption, but I loved the World Serpent. The World Serpent. That big ass motherfucking snake was dope.
Hey, stole that for the never ending story.
Shut your ass up, 100. Stop being a fanboy. The World Serpent was fire. I don't want to hear that bullshit. The World Serpent was dope. That motherfucker was. Hey, when the World Serpent was.
The never ending story.
Hey, when the World Serpent would come, I'm listening. I don't care about these elves. I don't care about Kratos' whack ass stories on the boat. I don't care about anybody else's shit. But when the World Serpent came in and he brought his big ass head in there, and he went and dude had to translate, I'm all ears because that shit was epic. That's why I wasn't mad that game won Game of the Year, because the World Serpent was epic. All powers praise the World Serpent. That to me is what saved God of War, was the World Serpent. That was a fantastic character. Fantastic. And I did like the kid. Now I know other people that I know that played it, they didn't like the kid. I love the kid. If it wasn't for the kid, I don't know. There was a lot of hit and misses with God of War, but God of War hit with the kid and with the World Serpent and with certain aspects of the game, especially with the Valkyries. I'm like, this is amazing. And of course, graphically, it was beautiful. It was so well done. Was it perfect? No. When people gave it a perfect score, I thought they were assholes and they just gave it to it because it was PlayStation. But I thought that God of War is definitely by far 100% better than any PlayStation game that came out exclusive for PlayStation, hands down.
And Mega, you know they full of shit. They gave Horizon Zero Dawn a higher score than Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
K-Mega ain't drunk. K-Mega's being real. I thought the World Serpent was fucking dope. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying, you know they be on some bullshit when they give Horizon Zero Dawn a higher score than Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah,
There's
no,
way.
I totally
you can tell
agree.
Them motherfuckers did not play that game.
They didn't play Odyssey. I beat Odyssey. I put in 400 hours in the Odyssey.
Better, though. I think Origins.
I thought the story with Origins was 100% better than Odyssey, but Odyssey
and the content.
No, I disagree. I think that as I play content, I haven't went through every content in Odyssey, but I have gone through every content with Origins, and I will say this: Origins is a better story, bar none, than Odyssey.
You understand it, but why we ain't on top?
I think the fighting mechanics is better too. True indeed.
I know. We got 15 minutes left. We about to hit 2 hours. Goddamn, one is right. But I just
Tommy's right about something.
Well,
and not Del seconds.
I was right about that.
But I will say this. Whoever said that Odyssey was not better than Horizon Zero Dawn is a lie. As a person that beat Odyssey, put in close to, I think I went over 400 hours on Odyssey. I think I went over what I did with the Witcher, and every aspect of the Odyssey was fantastic. I love the combat. Every Odyssey combat, the story was really good. It wasn't good as Origin, but it was good. Just all around, like when I played God of War, I thought God of War was fantastic, and I wasn't mad that it won Game of the Year. Matter of fact, people could go back and could listen to me say that God of War was going to win Game of the Year. I wouldn't have been mad if Red Dead, because I thought Red Dead was a better game overall because of visuals and everything else that you could do with Red Dead compared to God of War. But I wasn't mad either way. But God of War was fantastic. Horizon Zero Dawn, though, if it came down to that, Transistor should, or one of those other games should have been wiped out. You should have had Horizon Zero Dawn, and you definitely should have had Odyssey or Origins, because Origins and Odyssey was amazing from fucking Ubisoft. They were superb fucking games. They were great. Like it to me is like, look, it's The Witcher, and then it's Quantum Break, then it's whatever else underneath there, and it's definitely got to be God of War, Odyssey, and Origins involved in that somewhere in those pieces, because those games were all great. And the fact of it is that those goddamn reviewers did not beat that game, and that to me is a discredit to really good game storytelling.
I think a lot of people who complained about Odyssey, for one, you could look at the reviews and they say it's just another Origins. I'm like, you ain't played the game. Because I said that shit. I remember when me and 100 were talking about it, saying how we wasn't going to get it at first because it just looked like another Origins until you actually played the fucking game. Then you realize, oh, this is some other shit.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. Well, honey, go ahead and speak what you got to say. We're almost done tonight. We're almost done. So go ahead. What you got to say about Gears 5, about the scores, everything about this. What you want to say?
All right. First, I'm gonna say. First off, you go take your ass on Metacritic. Just slap the shit out yourself. Just gonna say that. If you went on Metacritic, again, and you start showing people putting zeros and all that other stuff, this time I want you to get a bag of nickels and slap the shit out of yourself with.
I got some change. I got to do that. I got some bag of change.
You know what I'm saying?
You hear that?
If you go to some of these fraud YouTube channels that don't play no games,
I got about $30 worth of change in my hand right now.
Hey, you might need to donate it to some of them gamers out there.
You got me fucked up. I'm gonna bust across. I'm gonna bust this shit across their head. That's what.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's proven. I've been saying that shit from the beginning of time. Metacritic is not. They ain't legible because you can't. Metacritic needs to be getting. They need to be enhanced. Find out what this website is and is it credible, and do they write real reviews or are they just biased? And y'all gamers, quit going off of reviews just so you can go buy a game. You want a game and that game interesting you, go buy them. I buy a lot of games. I bought Fallout 76. I played about an hour of it because I was interested in it and it didn't hit me like that. I'm gonna go back to it. But I bought it day one. You know, I tell people how many day one games I have bought, but I didn't listen to that. If I go listen to it, I go listen to a rural media website or one of your favorite YouTubers that really play games. Don't talk about them, but really play them. You can go check their police record. They can tell you about it in depth, how they enjoy this or how they did not enjoy this. They didn't enjoy that. Like you won't see me talk about a turn-based RPG because what? I don't like turn-based RPGs. And some of these like IGN, they got caught, GameSpot, they got caught, Kotaku. If I'm not into racers, why do you want me to review a racer? Because I'm already biased already. I don't like this shit. Why do you give me this racing game? You know, just like they said it was too much A button. That person don't like Gears.
Yeah.
They're not in depth. So when they do that, they throw out a review, they're going to be negative about it. Some of them never even played no games in that series. Don't know nothing about it. What I do like about this Gears, they actually break down everything from Gears, from Gears 1, matter of fact, before Gears 1, all the way to down. So you don't have to go play all the Gears to find out, to understand what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying? The game was gorgeous. It's the best game I saw. I was man. I would, if you hear me in a party and I shut up, that means that game was good. Usually I'm talking shit. And if you hear me go quiet, you hear I don't want to go in a party 8, 10 man deep. I'm blocking my party. I don't usually lock my party. When I go lock the party, because I want to hear the story. I want intrigue because I'm in the lore. I ain't even hit the multiplayer yet. Like I said, I'm right where Op is. I quit last night at Act 2 because I had to go to sleep. But I wait, y'all. You know they say it's Gears, but it ain't Gears. Because it brings functions from other things. And if I see another motherfucker too, I swear, I was holding my. I can't even want to say his name to give that motherfucker no credit.
Don't do it.
This motherfucker me to come send me a picture of Uncharted 4. And somebody look better than Gears 5. Ooh,
yeah, don't do it for no stupid shit.
Pony in that, and this guy's a true pony. Everybody know it's PlayStation guys don't like this guy. You come find the great one. You're the wrong. I once goes get him back like, you know, you fucking went, but I said no, and I was bored today, and I was ready for some work. I was gonna be a keyboard warrior today. Like, come on, who want it? I got my army. I got my army of goons with me. We'll get that. You get this. You easy work. But I'm like, You go take a high res picture that is in photo mode. Gears don't have a photo mode. We hitting Xbox capture. Bam. You getting the full. And you gonna tell me a native 4K and a fucking 1440p?
Hold on, 100. You gotta hit him with that knowledge. You know what Unreal 4, Unreal 3, Unreal 2 engine is known for? In-game cutscenes that's made from the actual engine that you're playing. That's what it's known for. Facts. From Unreal Tournament to Gears of War. Know your history, my dude. Your mock screen. I saw that on Twitter. I seen them doing them mock-up screens, them photo modes. You should go shoot yourself because you're lying to yourself.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's all I gotta say, man. I let you talk a little because I might slip and say something.
Saw it. No, I saw it, but I didn't want to do it to him. But now that you brought it up, I ain't gonna say his name either. It's the name that shall not be mentioned, aka Harry Potter.
Oh.
But if you're going to get out there and talk knowledge, you better know what you're talking about. Because like I always say, when you type something, it represents your knowledge of gaming or anything else you might tweet out. Twitter fingers.
Right. And as you see my gameplay right now, I play games on everything. Y'all just...
your mama.
Yeah, but anyway. We got... Go ahead, Live. I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chuck. Go ahead, Chuck. Go ahead.
Oh, wait. I'm up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Hey, look, check this out. Well, main type was Gears. Their score was what, an 86?
86 so far, yeah.
86. Now check this out. This is something I've been saying from get-go, way back. I say, anytime you have an Xbox exclusive, if you want a real review, and I get what you're saying, Bound, but this is how I always looked at it. Xbox exclusive games, when you go there, whatever they say, regardless of what they say, add 10. Always add 10. And now that score will look more realistic. Like if Gears is an 86.
Talk about it, Chuck.
That's a realistic game. Even when what it was, Forza was the only game that hit like a 90 something, right? And it was Forza, or was it Forza?
Ori and the Blind Forest hit a 92.
Okay, yeah. But I was talking about like, that was just a beloved game, like how Cuphead is a beloved game.
Right.
But with Forza, that was like a 90-something. When I was talking about,
that's not considered an Xbox game because it's going to be on Nintendo. But you're right. Go ahead, bro.
So what they was going to take was when they were going to take that on with that game, it was good enough to actually be 100 plus. But any other game, I always just added 10 to it. But that's what make to me it made more sense because they're gonna dock it 10 points for being an Xbox exclusive. Off the rip, so that's how I always looked at it. So I'm interested in the game because I'm just like Live. I ain't started playing it yet. I just downloaded it this morning, so I'll be ready to. I may play me some on it tonight. I just want to hop in there. But I was watching like the enemy count. People wasn't talking about. All right. Gears 4, their enemies was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But Gears 5, man, when I say you seen so many enemies on the screen at one time, that was just and the movements was unique. If you actually paid attention, everything wasn't like it didn't feel like it had the the computer, you always know how they gonna move and the way they gonna move. And it kind of, to me, it felt like it was too easy. So I would say, okay, this enemy going to walk this way, stop, turn and go left, stop, then go back this way here. No, with Gears of War, they almost mimic real people the way they was fighting. I'm talking about the computer-generated enemies. And I ain't talking about boss-level enemies. I'm talking about just the ground-level grunts that you seen. What's the, like them little, I forgot the name of the white creatures.
Yeah, they'll flank you. They smarter. They will flank you.
Yes, when I seen that, I was like, oh, man, then ain't nobody talking about, I seen Sarah Connors in there. Man, when I seen her throwing that iron, I was like, yeah. She was, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Sarah Connors. Now, Live was talking about, you know what I'm saying, with the SWJs and the women's rights and stuff, all that. I just say, you know what I'm saying, whatever a person do, that's on their body. I don't care. But don't throw it in my face back to back, over and over and over again. That's the only thing. I just don't just keep throwing it in my face. But I don't care what nobody else do. But, you know what I'm saying? But I like a strong woman when she doing something. Sarah Connors, always to me, was like her and a woman that played on Alien. was like the pillars. Pillars of strong women in the movie industry. Like why we got the Black Widows and stuff now. But when I seen her in there, I was like, man, you know that the Terminator they really is trying to promote because they got her inside of this game. Then you got the T-1000s or some shit in there.
T-800. You got you got Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but see, I ain't see him and I just seen her in there. And just the graphics of the look, you can actually see like her face. Because when she turned around, it's like the details that they the feeling that they put into this game. It has so much depth that people don't realize, like the sound effects, the movement. They give it the Gears dude bruh feel. I was kind of pissed out because I always was a key factor of a character. Even though you might create a character, but if this character have a certain way of living. I don't like when a person try to change it just to fit an agenda. I want a person to, if this character is a certain way, make him all the way that way. Because, they got different types of people and don't go try to sugarcoat or drop something down to try to cater with people like you were saying with God of War. Now, Kratos would have been the baddest motherfucker alive, if they would have showed him just being a raw dog and just acting. But it was trying to show sympathy to give him a human side, which really ain't a human side because most people is really out you when they really go grab.
He's been a killer.
Yes, and like God of War 3 was actually the one, but now the game is cool. I like the whole Thor aspect they gave it. Like the Thor from Marvel with the hammer.
I'm not the biggest fan of the Norse mythology, but they did it absolutely right. I'm not even going to hate on that.
Yeah, to me, I like the concept, but it's cool. But I just don't like the fact that when they take a character and they like nerf him up or water him down to try to fit an agenda or something that they me too and I feel likes. I don't care for that. If you want my feelings, I feel like they should make the character as raw as he actually is. And however this character is, we're going to expect, like, they make a game that's based on a certain time period. I want it to be time period accurate. So when you hear racist slurs that was normal in a time period and you hear it in the game, I don't want to hear nobody getting offended by that because that's how it actually was. And it don't have to be race. And what you were saying earlier, I just want to get this out. Shout out to He-Back because he was the first person that I heard say this and it stuck with me to this day. He said, a controller don't cares about no gender, no race, no religion, no color, no nothing. Whoever grab a controller, they can play with the controller.
But to me, I was just gonna say, I think Gay Kratos is better than the original though.
You think the Gay Kratos better? I
think he's
live.
A better.
We cutting you off. We cutting you off. Cutting you off. I get because
you saying gay like soft, right?
Yeah.
No, he don't. Nah,
because he's not gay.
He's a killer.
He's not live.
But why does him being gay have to make him
live? You called him gay, and I have to disagree. He's not. Stop.
He is, bro.
No.
He is. But his sexual orientation has nothing to do with how strong he is or if he's a badass. He's just gay.
This is one of the things I
Michael Jordan's gay. That don't make him. That means he's not a good basketball player no more.
No. But then see, look, when you make a point that's legitimate, and then when you say that, I cannot agree with that because that's way left. That's way left.
How?
Look, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it after
my whole thing is like people try to make it like because he's gay, it's supposed to be bad.
He's not gay.
He is, dog.
He's not. Stop. Stop it.
Hey, y'all can have this conversation. I'm gonna play the game.
Look, it's time to play the games, but live, you are way fucking left and wrong.
Listen.
He's not.
I don't look at him any different. Look, just because he sucked dick in the back alley, don't mean he can't still be Kratos.
Hey, no, you might not look at him different. You saying that might make somebody else look at him different.
Look,
but he's still Kratos. He's still a badass.
No. Wait, listen. Okay. First off, and I don't want you to say nothing goddamn else live because this is the thing right here. You was right, and then you went completely left, which made you completely fucking wrong. is
We
this
got to
right
get
here.
the commercial in K Mega. The views expressed by Livewire is completely his own views.
Yeah,
Nothing to
thank
do with
you.
that.
The expression
no
of Live is
responsibility.
not expression of the GRG podcast. No, this is the thing right here. Right?
Oh God, this motherfucker.
We're going to wrap up the show and we got to get the fuck out of here because we said an hour and a half, but it still went 2 hours. So okay, good.
You still a dope character.
All right, look,
I still ain't have my piece.
What piece you gotta say? Go ahead, and say it.
God,
I'm gonna talk about Gears. I ain't even get my turn, but Livewire keep talking about this other stuff.
Okay, shut up, Live. Go ahead, and so we can wrap it up and get out of here. We ain't even doing outros. We getting out of here. Go ahead.
First of all, y'all already know on my channel I've been Gears of War 5'd out. But let me say something about these ratings, man. First of all, until Gears came out, I had 2 games at 9. I had God of War and I had Halo 5.
Really?
And
you had Halo that 5? Uh-huh.
First of all, Halo has been ridiculed for the single player. Was not the best. But that multiplayer and the longevity of it was amazing.
Halo 5 single player was not bad.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't an echelon of a Halo. But the multiplayer
it wasn't Reach, but it wasn't Reach or it wasn't Halo.
Right. That's what
Halo
I'm saying,
2.
Only can compare it to itself.
Let me make this point. Let me make this point to you, and I don't give a fuck what kind of hate did I get from the Halo stands, but Halo 5 was better than Halo 3 to me.
Oh, no question. I believe
Period.
That shit was better than Halo 3, and I'm a Halo fan.
Halo 5 was way better. The story was way better than Halo 3. Halo 3's story was like, this is how you gonna leave my boy Chief? Okay, go ahead.
No. Let me get to my point.
Halo 3 was
I'm a God of War retard.
trash.
I'm an Uncharted retard. Certain things I looked into those series and asked for. I gave God of War a 9. The reason I'm rating Gears of War 5 over it is because the single player aspect of Gears is giving you everything God of War is giving you, and all the multiplayer modes that God of War doesn't have. Now, for people that saying this is not the most beautiful game, I don't know. Let's get into the technical factor here. We're not even going to talk about Gears 5. Let's just talk about what Epic said about Gears 4. We have created the engine Gears 4 for developers. And to date, there has not been no game with more special effects, more anti-aliasing, frame rate increased, lighting increased, HDR. There is no game to date to even compete with Gears of War 4. This is from the creators of the Unreal Engine 4 for gaming. And 5 is beyond that. For anybody to look, I'm talking about the technical aspect, not my opinion. This is coming from Epic. We cannot believe what Coalition has done with the Unreal Engine 4 for Gears 5. This is truly an outstanding achievement from that developmental team. Digital Foundry. I'm a name Digital Foundry because that's where the console dummies go. They think they are like the religion of what games are supposed to look like. So I'm going to get down into that. This is amazing. This has set the boundaries of where Xbox One X should be in terms of graphics. Jay's 2 cents for my PC heads out there who respect people that do real PC gaming. This is an outstanding achievement graphically. This is the new Crysis 3. Do y'all hear what I'm telling you? Crysis 3 was like the benchmark from 360 till now for gaming. I don't like rating games. I think people, if somebody rate a game a 7 and you buy that game and it makes you feel like you playing God of War, Halo, Forza, Gran Turismo, and it gives you them butterflies in your stomach, it doesn't matter what somebody else rated. Stop going to Metacritic and letting these people destroy the game for you. Get out there, play your games, and game is about being a gamer, not Cisco and Ebert, where everybody's sitting on the sidelines judging. like they some goddamn pageant judges. Get out there and play your games, man. Stop letting these people ruin your opinions and swaying you. Or these people from Xbox and PlayStation fanboys who just down with the crumb side and they say anything to persuade you to be part of a negative team. Gaming is supposed to bring enjoyment. It's supposed to bring friends together. It's supposed to have a great environment. All this negativities with reviews and gameplay and PlayStation versus dead box and PS4 dummies and all of this don't make no sense. Get out there and enjoy your games. Yeah, you see me Gears of War out. I'm doing unboxings for gear systems and drones and ultimate editions. That's all good, but I do the same thing for God of War. I did the same thing for Horizon Zero Dawn. You know why? Because I'm a gamer. Get out there and enjoy your games, man. Stop letting these Twitter finger suckers who don't have a good game library check they resumes, aka 100 status. See how many games they purchasing in a year. But you know what? You got dudes not playing these games and they're getting out there and just disrespecting these game developers' work, man. And God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Last of Us, Uncharted, Gears of War, Halo, Cuphead. These games, these dudes have put real time and effort, and the work shows. Don't let nobody deter you from what you're gonna do, man. Gears of War is right now, it's on fire. I don't even hear nobody online talking about 2K unless it's just 2K only YouTubers. Facts. I'm done.
Oh, that's all right. That's what thing. We're gonna wrap it up. We ain't even gonna do a fella tonight. We were just gonna get straight to it. I just want to say this is as a gamer, I haven't played the story yet because I'm waiting until me, Don, and Delirium we start playing the story mode tomorrow night. But hopefully you guys will join us, check it out. But
Escape is fire.
But man, for everything that I've seen, like my son, he's kind of crossed over because of the whole Call of Duty thing with PlayStation, because Call of Duty had the PlayStation rights, and he's been mostly on his PlayStation more than he has Xbox. Tonight, he played Gears, and he hates Gears. He's never liked Gears. Never liked Gears. That just wasn't something he enjoyed. That was he's a COD player. He grew up on Halo, right? He played Gears Horde mode until he got to level 35. And he didn't want to stop, but I'm like, hey man, I gotta do the podcast. I gotta get my shit together. I gotta get all my stuff right. And he was like, Pops, maybe I might need that Game Pass. I'm like, motherfucker, you're a real estate agent. You need to go ahead and buy your own real estate. You need to buy your own Game Pass. He laughed at me, but that was the thing, right? Like he never been a Gears fan. He hated Gears. He never played any Gears game until he played it tonight. Like that. Like, I mean, well, I could say he never played it because he played it and he didn't like it, whatever. But he jumped into it. It was all in the Horde mode. He played Escape. And then he was like, you know what? I think I might want to try to jump in, because it's not like he was competitive, because he was competitive in Call of Duty. He was in tournaments in Call of Duty for about 5 years before he got serious and doing everything else and with his real estate stuff. And that says something about what the coalition has done with this franchise. And for anybody to knock it, to make it a 60 rating, 50 rating, 70 rating, it is almost blasphemous. What I look at it as is that they are trying to, and I don't give a fuck whoever gets mad at me for saying this, but this is the truth. They want to try to high up the ratings for Death Stranding so Kojima can get his game into the VGAs.
Yeah, I think facts on that shit.
And to me, I find that to be disgusting. If that game, look,
because they did the same shit with AC Odyssey last year with that Spider-Man shit.
Right, and Odyssey should have been in that category. Odyssey, look, I didn't know it because I didn't play Odyssey at the time, but I played Odyssey afterwards. And when I played it at the beginning of the year, last year, I was like, what? Odyssey is fun, and Xbot and others was like, nah, this is not true to traditional Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, good. Because Assassin's Creed, all the Assassin's Creeds need to follow this model from Assassin's Creed Origin and from Odyssey and go forward. Because this is more Witcher-like. This is perfect. Odyssey story is not better than Origin. I don't give a fuck who I argue with. You can argue me to the death. The origin of Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Origins story is so much better than Odyssey's in that retrospect, because the way that they put in Caesar and Cleopatra. I think it was Cleopatra. I think that was her name. The way that they put them in. And then put that into the whole story to make it the actual origin of what the story was. Way better than Origins. But Origins, everything else about Origins was so much better than that. With the combat and everything else was so good. I could not stop playing. And I had to beat that game. Just like I did Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is going to be my number one game for this generation, hands down, beyond God of War, beyond Red Dead, beyond Quantum Break and Rise. That there's no question. Witcher 3 DLC, is the best.
Blood and Wine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. Like the proof is in the pudding. Like I had haters come to me and say, "Oh, you got the bad ending to The Witcher 3." Bruh, I got to the ending of Witcher 3. I can change that anytime I want to. You never got there. You never experienced everything that was within The Witcher that made that game so much better than anything else that came out. On Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, anything. Witcher was everything. That's why I'm so hyped for Cyberpunk. That to me that's where the gamers can talk and elaborate. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the fuck out of here. 100, where can they find you at, man?
You can find me at the LA County Jail.
Oh.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Okay.
Got arrested for jaywalking.
I got arrested.
He was wearing that bandana across his head, rainbow flag bandana.
Oh, like my man Money said, we don't be doing this to people with the letters. But no, catch me all on the interweb, on Xbox Live. I'm on everywhere. I'll be found. You know what I'm saying? Come by and say hi. You ain't no weirdo.
Okay. All right.
Meet you.
Cool. Operations, where can they find you at?
Of course, on Twitter as Operation Oppo, on every Saturday on Smash Podcast, and of course every Friday here on GRG.
What? On what? Every Friday night?
Yeah, Friday night GRG.
What? Say it again one more time.
Friday night GRG.
What? Okay. All right. 108 Dragons, where can they find you at?
You can find me at 108 Dragons TV, tech reviews, game reviews, giveaways, unboxings. We do it all. Thank you for y'all support. And you know what? Y'all came out tonight on Gears Night. I love y'all. Facts.
Love it. I do appreciate that. I do. We all do. Chuck, where can they find you at, man?
Ooh, this boy Triple Cup Chuck. Man, you can find me at Triple Cup Chuck Comic and Games. doing the Heroic Vibration podcast, and I don't promote this here on these channels here.
Hey, when them Saints gonna come after them Rams though? And you sound real scared, bruh.
Man, you already know revenge gonna be like.
Revenge on what? You ain't gonna get revenge on K-Mega.
It ain't revenge on K-Mega. It's about setting a record straight about how what
you lost that. You lost that. The court said the Rams won.
Yeah, that don't mean that was right though.
It was.
The law don't make it right or wrong. But yeah. But look, since we was talking about, saying the automation and stuff like that, I just want to give a shout out to my other channel that I be doing my politics stuff on. So if anybody interested in that type of thing, it ain't just politics, but I talk about politics, animation, and etc. There's kind of like all in water with games. That's why I had to make a separate channel for that because it's two different things. But it's, I did the Mav Triple Cup Chuck, so same thing. You can find it. Got a dog face on there.
Anyway, 100. Where can they find you at?
Went to 100 already.
Oh, okay. Livewire. Where can they find you at?
You can find me at.
Hold on. My old lady asking me questions while she coming in my house at 11:00 p.m. over here acting like, what you doing still online? What you doing? You gonna give me some love? What you doing out in these streets?
Hey, mute your damn mic.
I ain't mute no mic. We do it live here at GRG. Becky about to get this ass whooping. Anyway, no. But
he said, I'm done.
What'd you say? Who the fuck is Becky? You. Anyway, Livewire, where can you find you at?
Yeah, he about to have to sleep on the couch. This nigga fucking around.
I ain't gonna be sleeping on the couch.
Don't worry about
the
You stupid. Yeah, man. You check me out on my channel, Livewire Gaming, and maybe one of these days we'll have a real debate about this Kratos situation. Y'all can come in there. Y'all can. There
you go.
Talk about your perspective and all that, and I'll tell you mine, man. But hey, man, it takes a real look. It takes a real man to wear a dress, though.
Hey, man, there you go, man. You gotta stop being so like that, man. Look, I'm over here defending you, and then there's gonna be people coming after me because you gonna defend Livewire like that?
Yeah, but cats actually act like I'm fully supporting the new Kratos, though. Look, man, if a man want to wear a dress, he can wear a dress. I respect it. Yo, that's your gangster. That's your gangster, man. Listen, man, if you can walk down the hood in a dress and just whoop anybody's ass, hey, man, it's a real thug right there.
Well, yeah, Kratos is gonna whoop your ass. You ain't gonna come up in here and worry about if he's gonna fall on his ankle. He gonna whoop your ass.
Let me know about what's it, Young Thug?
Let me know about Young Thug.
He ain't from New York, but I'm saying, but he know.
No, I don't know.
You don't know the rapper Young Thug.
That's gonna be used as collateral.
He's a damn lie.
Don't do that.
He got that dope ass song that's all right. London. That London song, that's just fire. Don't lie. Don't sleep on that.
Hey, Lemon, you know about Young Thug?
No, sir.
He a damn lie. You know you dancing to Young Thug in the club.
While he was eating, said, I don't know nothing about that dude.
He be thugging in the club. He be like, shit.
I'm good.
All right.
He was like, that nigga was dressed. He took it too far when he put the heels on. I can't follow.
My man Livewire exposed Lemon, man. He know about Young Thug.
I have nothing to do with that. I'm a New York dude. I know about NWA. I don't know about no Young Thug. Ain't got to do with that.
Hey man, that's what. Yo, listen. Kratos is the new Young Thug. That's why. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
You just wear a dress.
Stop it. You doing too much. You doing too much live. All right. Anyway, somebody asked me about my specs on my PC, so I'm just gonna give you this stuff right here, and I hope my brother Lemon and Livewire, because Livewire got him a super duper PC, so I just want to know if it's up to par. So right now I have the Ryzen X 2700 chip. I got the Zotac Gaming GeForce RTX 260 Super RTX 260 Super Mini graphics card, 8 gigabyte GDDR6 266 bits. And I got 32 gigs of RAM. So what are you talking about? What you questioning me about my PC?
That's 1440p.
Yes.
Max settings
with ray tracing, bitch. You better say that right.
Yeah, because you got the RTX with the ray tracing. Now you turn that bitch on. I don't know what your frame rate's going to be.
No. You know, well, I think my frame rate's dropped to 30, but
all right,
it works.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Yeah, because I think which one calls that 30 control.
I was playing a game at 120 frames, and then I put that motherfucker on the ray tracing. That shit dropped to 30, but that's okay.
I think only the 2080 Ti can really run it with the RTX on at like 60.
Okay,
and it still has some drops. Like, I haven't tried it with my 2080, just my regular 2080, but I'm assuming it's probably the most is like 40, 45. I don't know.
All right, as usual. My ass, we said an hour and a half, and we went longer than that, but that's okay. We good.
Damn it.
So anyway, we out of here. My old lady coming here at 11 o'clock at night. Ain't nothing open at that time of night but hospitals and draws. What the fuck is coming in here at this time of night, woman? Becky, explain this to me. You been at the hospital? Get the fuck out of here. My old lady out here been doing me dirty. Anyway. Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got to do the pants off, dance off. So, hey, this is what we do. If you ain't out there playing the games, or if you ain't got to go work tomorrow, then what you got to do at night tonight?
Oh, dance off.
Yeah, and it's okay if Kratos is gay.
Hey,
Let's get out of here.
If Kratos is gay and he's got to get the pants off, dance off, and get the finger up his ass, that's whatever it is.
No. Hey, and Marcus Phoenix died.
Marcus Phoenix is not going to get a finger up his ass. So Marcus Phoenix is
died.
a man.
He got killed in Gears 5.
All right. So anyway, my old lady said, what did you say? Hey, stop a damn sauce pants off. Came in here too late. You lit. I am lit. I'm about to be lit in that ass. I'm about to tear Becky's ass up with the motherfucking no seasoned chicken. Let's go. We out. What?
Watermelon juice.
Oh no, not this girl get mad at me. She said, "You better not say my white ass has got unseasoned chicken." All right. Your chicken is seasoned.
I hope you offline.
No, I'm not offline. We have GRG podcast. Thank you, everybody.
You stupid.
We are goddamn fool. Peace. Good night. We out.
All right, let me get on.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week.
I am not fucked up yet. She said it's fucked up. It's not the Hennessy penis. It's not the Hennessy penis. I'm not fucked up.